Good evening, investigators, and welcome to Candela Obscura, the Bleeding Edge. We are so pleased this evening to bring you this lovely game of Candela Obscura in this even more lovely module created by friend of the channel, Annie Margolski at Margot Mods Games, and the lovely Talking XP at twitch.tv/TalkingXP. I will be your lightkeeper this evening. My name is Haven, if you don't already know me, and we'll go around and introduce all of our lovely players this evening. Why don't we start with Fish?
Hello, I'm Fish. You can find me everywhere as Fish Finley. I sing, I draw, I play games. It's a very fun time. I am all over the interwebs. At the moment, my main thing is that I'm on the board for the Crit Awards, which is pretty fun and cool and tries to acknowledge all of the efforts of all of the peeps within the community. I'm so excited to be here and to be playing Candela with these wonderful peeps. So, woo! I go by they, she pronouns.
Fantastic. And next up, we've got Mika.
Hey, hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I'm a director over at Roll D5, which you can catch me there. You can catch me lots of places because I spread myself too thin. My pronouns are he, him, and today I'm playing the great Lemonstopheles III, who is a magician.
And a great one at that.
I forgot to introduce my
There we go.
character.
There'll be
I'm
time.
realizing.
There'll be time. Don't worry. You're fine. There'll be time.
I won't introduce my character just so
Yes,
everything's
yes.
cool.
Let's just single Mika out. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm cool with that.
Chris.
I'm the magic one, so.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris. I am here. I do a couple things with Tabletop Tailspinners. I'm over on Ain't Got Crit with the Crit nominated and award winning Philly by Night. I you can find me everywhere at Tend to My Flames, Threads, Instagram, all of that. I'm just a little bit all over the place. Can't get my words out quite right now. Tonight I'll be playing Bronx Adi. Explore bare knuckle boxer.
I haven't heard the accent yet.
That's
I'm
it.
very excited. On. Last but not least.
Hi, my name is On, also known as Anduin. If that sounds familiar, it's because it is. It's based off the River Anduin from Lord of the Rings. I am also a director over at Crit nominated TTRPG channel Roll D5. All these crits. Where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. That means a new guest, a new system almost every single week. You can find me everywhere as Onduin. I'm pretty much exclusively on Threads because I can't handle more than that.
Also, the SEO on Onduin's pretty good when you spell
It
it that
is.
way. So I mean,
It is
you're
really
pretty
good.
covered. You're pretty covered.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, I am very excited to jump into this lovely game of Candela Obscura with y'all. I am pretty inexperienced with the game in general, so players, if you know more than me, tell me, pretty please. Tell me I'm being an idiot. Correct me. I'm happy to be corrected as long
Don't
as we
talk
keep
about
the
my
game
friend
running.
like that. You're not an idiot.
Nope. I didn't say I was. I said if I'm being one.
Don't worry, I'll let you know if you're wrong about anything.
Oh, trust me, Chris. I depend on it.
As an expert of
As-
Candela
Yes,
Obscura.
yes. This totally isn't your first game or anything.
It's not my first. I don't know why you would even. That's
Well,
ridiculous.
part of the lovely advantages of doing this amazing module made by a couple of our good friends is that I get to read out these lovely little bits of prose they've prepared for us. So why don't we start with the hook? Rain splashes on the concrete streets of the Briar Green district. Electricity crackles and sparks from a rail car's cables as it whizzes by. Candlelight flickers in the open window of a humble townhouse. Through the window, we see a living room covered from floor to ceiling with haphazard and overlapping geometric sigils in dripping black paint. A figure crouches by a coffee table crowded with letters, notes, and diagrams. In fits and starts, the figure switches between furiously shuffling through papers and scribbling in a handheld journal. They stop for a moment and stand upright, towering over the mess of black ink and papers. With a deep breath, they turn around and their gaze falls on a picture of themselves hanging on the wall. They're hugging a young woman in a soldier's uniform. They have the same eyes, the same huge smile. Zooming out, we see a dark reflection of that smile, a grimace now paired with dull, unfocused eyes. No more war, no more death, I promise. They tear through their apartment like a hurried storm as they collect their things and grab their coat. They shove scattered notes into a thick black journal overfilled with loose paper, photos, and articles. Their movement only slows when they reach the door. With their coat donned and their precious research stuffed into a briefcase, the figure finally pauses and turns. They look back one last time on their apartment and their daughter, who now exists only in photos and memories. They throw the door open and brace against the blistering cold. The candle, forgotten and alone, flickers. It holds on for one fleeting moment before finally, poof. It's now a wisp of smoke as the door slams. Now, all of you know this person that I've just described as being a Dr. Ezra. How you know them is up to you, but you are all on the train right now because you've investigated this townhouse, you've rifled through those notes, and you found that for some reason Dr. Ezra has gone to the Haven Hills Mining Co. I didn't name that, just letting you know.
Yeah, no, it's no
Now,
judgment here.
for some reason, you are all in the same circle. Again, that is up to you. And you all have a vested interest in finding Dr. Ezra. Whether that's because your Lightkeeper does, or whether that's because you individually do, is again up to you. But for now, you're on the train. You're heading to Haven Hills Mining Co. What do you all do on the train?
Card
I-
What kind of
tricks.
train? Oh. we all just, everyone at the same time.
I
Go.
like because everybody was like quiet, like I'm waiting for somebody to go first. And now,
It's like we
On-
I'm,
please.
I'm
Or-
just
or-
gonna go for it. I'm playing Dr. Alden Hugo, a therapist who has long since known that they have some level of like latent psychic ability and has opted to use that to progress their career. They are spending their time currently sitting in a chair on this train, looking through and rifling through some notes in their notebook about other patients, about themselves, about whatever they felt like journaling that happens to be in that notebook, just continuing to rifle through the pages and pages of writing.
Fantastic. Who's next?
The Great Lemonstopheles is peering out the window, flicking a card. Sorry, flicking a coin between his fingers. He stops, puts that coin away in what seems like a very flat pocket, and then he pulls out a huge deck of cards and then begins doing card tricks with. I'm sure there's some random people on the train. Lemonstopheles, the great Lemonstopheles III, excuse me, has been part of Candela for quite some time, potentially like 30 or so years. He used to be a famous or well-known enough magician in his day, but he willingly gave up the limelight so that he could dedicate more time to Candela and to the cause, because he very much recognized that as more important than his name being in lights.
Okay, yeah, and you share a little bit of that ghost of that limelight now with these train goers oohing and eyeing over your
Yeah.
subtle card tricks and sleight of hand. Who's gonna take it?
Chris, your turn.
Oh,
You know how to play 3-card Monty.
I do.
All right, let's have a go then.
All right, we've been through this. You know I do. You don't have to ask every time.
Yeah. Let's, come on, set it up.
All right. I have my cards on me.
I do. I'm
Lemonstopheles
doing them for you.
shuffles. Thank you. Lemonstopheles shuffles the deck, passes out the cards. He may or may not have used his expertise to stack his hand a little bit. Who knows?
Do you lay the hands on the table?
Yes. I'm not familiar with this game.
It's actually like find the card. It's literally three
Oh.
cards where you're trying to.
Okay. Then,
That's even better.
oh god. Yeah, Lemon
Shuffles the deck dramatically only to pull
places.
3 cards out.
All right, Lemon. Yeah, Lemon puts 3 cards on the table. King, Queen, Ace. And he says, "Right, find the ace." Flips the cards over, shuffles them. Should I make a roll to see if...
Yeah, that's.
Funny enough,
think-
I do have an ace right here, so.
Okay. Well, how about this then? Why don't you shuffle those off camera, and then Chris can pick, and that can be the roll, quote unquote.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, King, Queen, Ace. Hold on a sec.
Making ASMR.
I do like the way that sounds right now.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
not bad.
pleasant.
Like it just... That sounded more like farting.
Okay, let's.
Still,
now
you're
we're trying
still-
to recreate a fart sound with a deck of cards. All right.
Look,
Nope.
it's a Thursday. Okay, I've got him.
I'm gonna pick the center card again.
Right.
Okay. This one is a king. Even
Fucking
though it
hell!
says
Ding.
Jack.
Would you like to try again?
Yeah, I'll get you one of these days.
All right. Shuffle,
Like
shuffle,
the-
shuffle.
As we're doing that, he lights up a big fat stogie with the
Yeah.
train window down. I'm watching him real intently. That's what I'm
Okay.
doing.
Awesome.
You see,
Which
as
one of these two?
sitting kind of like across the aisle and a little bit like behind you, Dr. Hugo just kind of
Mhm.
just wordlessly starts writing.
I don't think
We
the
can-
doctor appreciates this.
We can go to Anduin because I feel like.
Oh, I forgot about
Wrong.
myself.
Well, let me.
I
Sorry,
was
let me
about
flip
to
No, you
over.
gotta
reverse
finish
that.
the card game first.
Okay.
Cat just getting distracted by a fake game of cards.
Yeah,
Look, it's not very often that I get to use my Lord of the Rings deck of cards.
That's
That's
fair.
so fair.
yeah.
Listen, as the two pals play their game, and
Oh no, I need this to. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Just like 30 more seconds.
all right,
Do
you're
it.
on the clock.
Okay.
This one on the right. It would be my right. So.
This one,
Queen.
the queen.
Fucking. Ugh.
I hate to say it, but you had no chance. The final card. 4.
So you chased me then.
Hmm,
What does cheesing mean?
you know me.
As this twink looking like
You're always a twink.
I know, and I did it on purpose. Character like
Fine.
almost like jump scares behind Bronx. Okay, so what does cheesing mean?
Chasing's like when someone tries to put a bag over your head. Like,
No, that's
trying to pull-
kidnapping.
no, trying to pull a fast one on you, kid.
Oh, and this person, they've got the short, scraggly hair, clearly a bandana because it's cool. They look almost like kind of in the classic Victorian like street kid look. But it looks like their clothes are more purposefully made dirty rather than well worn dirty. They've got a fresh cut across their nose, which, a couple hours prior, they were having a little boxing match with Bronx and it got a little out of hand.
Mhm.
I was using the kid's gloves on you.
And it still hurt. But you
Well,
know what I'm stronger for? Anyways, my name is Lily, also known as Lil.
We know.
I wasn't talking to you.
I poke my head out into the aisle and just go, Alden.
Hello. I don't know who any of you are besides Brooks, so
Here's some basic things. Alden's the quiet one. I am the tricky one, I suppose. And then we've got the big one. Quite a lovely chap.
oh, it's me. I'm the big one. And Lily stands up, and they're like 5'4".
You
You
hear
will
a faint
be.
scribble
You will
as,
be.
as Dr. Hugo
One
writes
day.
something else down.
Are you making notes? What are you noting? Who are you?
I close my book. I work as a therapist of sorts. I've been a consultant with Candela for quite a while, but this is the first time I am out in the field, so to speak.
Same. I was told to get here like maybe 5 minutes ago, but I've never worked with Candela before. Only heard of it from my uncle.
But now
Who
we
was
in
your
it
uncle?
together, huh?
They're
Yeah.
a fairly mysterious bunch.
I don't know, Bronx.
Mysterious.
Would you say we're mysterious?
Not one bit. No.
Only little
especially.
cheaters.
Only yes. Only cheesers on this bunch.
Cheesers. Oh, I love
He's-
cheese. I
he's
could
just
go
gonna-
for. I could go for some cheese and crackers right now.
He just kind of winks at you. He's just giving you shit.
Do I produce cheese? I don't.
Cards
roll
are now
channel,
Now, let me just let's see. I actually do kind of want to read channel.
do it.
Do it.
Do I have? There is no. Sense. Let me roll sense. So that's 2 dice. That's an 8.
Impossible to get an 8 when you're supposed to take the highest die.
Sorry, that's a 5.
Oh, you combined
No,
the two.
you have to double
I
down.
did.
That's an 8 anyway. I don't know what
I
you
get-
mean.
Well,
I
Fish was
get
talking
my-
about it earlier with combining some d6s, so I see where you got it.
Yeah, with
Yes.
a 5 sense, you sort of tap into your magical sort of awareness just enough to be the first one to notice that the conducting assistant is coming down the train car asking for people's tickets. And he gets to our big boy Bronx here and says, "Hey, sorry, sir, I had to ask you to put that out. There's no smoking on the train."
What are
I'll
you talking
smoke
about?
you.
Yeah, calm, kid. Calm down, kid. It's all right. It's all right. All right.
Not as
I was
threatening as
also
we thought it would
teasing.
be.
I don't fight.
I'll put it out. He snuffs it out on his tongue.
That's
Did I
his
just
magic
learn
trick.
something about myself?
This guy looks very uncomfortable with that.
Oh,
and
he's
says,
like eye contact the whole time he did it.
"Yeah, this dude's quivering. This is a very slender, sort of slightly built dude that's just here to collect tickets mainly. It's just gonna like,
He's just doing his job. I'll get it, bucko.
could I get you guys his tickets, please?"
Lily hands over the ace card that should have been in the deck.
Yes.
Here, you go. You can keep the change.
I need the train ticket.
I've got both of ours. Here you go.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
How did you take that? It was in my pocket, in my inner lining.
How did I not take it? You're not very well guarded.
I'm mostly sneaky.
I'm just saying, Alden could have even taken it from you.
I'll
Scribble,
dirt
scribble, scribble,
you.
scribble.
I think
This whole
that
thing is just gonna
therapist
be
is taking
punctuated with me
notes.
taking notes in the background.
I love that you're constantly therapizing.
Yeah, no, they haven't asked me for my input yet, but I'm definitely forming opinions.
You've never directly experienced an interaction in your life. It's always like an analysis.
Yeah. I very calmly and like a completely normal person pull my ticket out of my little book and hand it to the person before they ask. Like I'm already like, here you go.
Thanks. Appreciate that. All right, folks. Good to go here. We'll be getting there in about 15 minutes. So, batten down the hatches, put anything back in the bags, stuff like that. All right. And he continues on down the car.
Good job with the distraction. He only asked for 3 tickets.
I got you, pal.
I don't know where in the hell I put mine.
Okay.
Why? Well, perhaps you should pay better attention as well.
Oh, you just don't stop, do you?
No,
You just don't shut it off, do you? All right.
So,
No.
Dr. Alden, do you have thoughts about this trickery then? As Lily just like tries so hard to know what they're talking about.
There's some kind of therapist jargon that essentially amounts to people have hobbies, but like fancy and the
Oh.
therapist.
Lily's like, I concur.
The doctor's correct.
Pronounced conquer, and you're using it in the wrong context.
Oh, conquer. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested in finding Dr. Ezra because he's a long colleague of mine. How did you all get recruited for this?
Real
Or
quick,
what is your affiliation with?
what kind of doctor was Ezra again?
Ezra is a doctor of, I believe, archaeology
Ah, thank you.
and linguistics, something like that.
Snarcheology.
Another one of those
very
one of those sciences
inaccurate.
that no one takes that ends up getting stuck at the bottom rung of the ladder. I can say this because I'm a biologist and have to experience this ladder all the time, constantly.
Oh,
It's not
I
any
was.
less valid. Just as a PSA, not a less valid science. Just trying to make a funny haha.
Lily pipes up. I may or may not have been stealing bones for Dr. Ezra.
I don't even know that.
At what
I don't
point-
tell you everything.
Yeah,
I mean, at what point
all
after
right then.
death does grave robbing turn into archaeology? So
Oh, who says it was human bones? It was
I-
dinosaurs.
I stand by my statement.
I guess technically you are correct.
Chap paid me a decent wage when I was on his dig crew in Madagascar.
We're on
So-
the dick crew?
Dig crew. Dig
Oh.
crew.
Okay.
Say that one more time.
It
Dig.
was Richard's crew. Good old Richard.
Digging with shovel.
Tricky Dick.
Or
Breaking the
spade.
ground with a shovel. All that. He needed
Well, it's
muscle.
with something long and hard.
I'm so glad you made that joke. I was thinking about it.
And with that, the train comes around a bend and
We can't help ourselves.
is quickly approaching Ashdale, your final destination. You see a small town built into an abandoned Air Force base. Homes are built within hangars, and what was once an air traffic control tower now serves as the town's water tower. Finally, the sound of steam rushing out of the front car hits a crescendo as the train screeches to a halt at its destination. Outside your windows, you see the train station is less of a station and more of a long, run-down building with a crude and undecorated wooden platform. Ash slowly falls from the sky and coats the ground in a thin layer. Exiting the train, presumably, you feel the urge to cough as your eyes settle on a small ash-covered sign that reads, "Welcome to Ashdale." Entering Ashdale proper, you find that the town's main road was built onto the old runway, with small buildings huddled next to each other on either side of it. A large market has been fashioned from an old war blimp hangar, and old barracks have a sign posted outside declaring it as the Dusty Wing Saloon. East of town, you see a gaping pit in the ground, as if something enormous had raked its hands through the dirt. From the empty cavity, you see a steady plume of smoke and soot that fills the air, presumably the eponymous ash.
Boy, they really named this place right on the nose, didn't they?
I was literally about to say that.
Should have been faster, kid.
I should have been faster. You taught me better. There's nothing to psychoanalyze about that.
Sharing is caring, Doctor.
In good time.
The time is
Right.
good right now.
Well, I suppose it's time for some investigating.
I suppose
Is
so.
it now? What time is it?
Investigating time. I just said it.
It is a good investigating time.
It's a good time to break the fourth wall. It's like 3:45 p.m. ish.
Oh, okay. So
very
it's
specific.
early afternoon. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
My investigating time is until 4.
Hmm.
My mistake. Let's have some tea.
I
Let's
would
go to the
love
dusty
a good
dusty
Harvey Guinness.
saloon.
The kind of scene of like the ash and the things and stuff. Alden is sketching kind of really haphazardly, just kind of what this looks like before we start.
Does one of us have a camera? I'm not allowed to have one of those because of, criminal activity. Well, criminal activity, and it would be evidence if I took photos.
They're rather inconvenient to look around. Sorry.
No, sorry. What did you say?
Do we have camera? Does anyone have camera? No?
I
They're-
do not.
Well, I guess
They're
we'll have to
inconvenient.
rely on your sketches.
They're very
As-
large.
Gotcha. Yes, indeed. I find this notebook is a lot easier to keep on hand.
You do make a point with that. Okay, so we're going to the saloon, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Guinness time!
Given the great Lemonstopheles' MO, I would like to note audibly that Alden is holding their notebook at any given point in time. He has not let go of it at any given point in time.
That's so smart.
Maybe I should have taken Slink.
I have Slink, but I focused on completely different things for Slink. Actually, no. I have sleight of hand. Oh, we're gonna
My
have-
sleight of hand is gilded. It's got 2 dots, and I have 5 drives in cunning.
Oh my gosh, we need to have you know what? I'm gonna do it in character. Okay, so Mr. Stoffeli's lemon greatness. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that since you are so good with sleight of hand, as she pulls out your deck of cards, I
Oh,
too am good with the hand magic. We
very
should have
clever.
a little pickpocketing
giggle.
competition.
I would rather not get in trouble.
Oh, we'll be
It's one
fine.
thing to steal from your friends, your coworkers. It's another to steal from a stranger.
So wait, that gives me another idea.
Who can steal the notebook first?
Yes, except they're holding it all the time.
This is just happening right next to you,
Yeah.
Dr. Alden.
Yeah,
Just-
they're not being quiet at all.
That's just
We
to
can-
set
I'm
the
also-
stakes.
Yeah,
you know?
also,
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
I'm a very observant person. Like, if there's one character trait, it is observant. So
That's fair.
I'm just listening to y'all have this conversation, and at one point we'll open the book and write something down in it.
The doctor's very
Bronx.
observant. Let's not
Is there-
pick on
too
them
many
too
eyes.
much. Perhaps Bronx is pocket watch.
I was about to ask if Bronx had a pocket
Wait.
watch.
I already
Some
took
jewelry.
that. I kid. I have
I
not
was about to
taken
be
it.
so mad. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Speaking
Deal.
of, he does pull out. Do I have my pocket watch on me? No.
Oh, I
It's in my
don't
closet.
have a pocket watch.
I do take out pocket watch and see.
I do have an egg.
Oh,
That
would you look at
opens
that?
up.
It's 4 o'clock now.
There's dice inside.
Time to investigate.
Give
But
me
we
Okay,
were
can you-
gonna go to
Fuck
the.
it.
But we were gonna go to what investigating at the saloon.
Okay, I'm hearing you're going to the saloon now.
Yes.
All right. I just have to make sure with y'all that you're
It's a
done
very
before.
Have you
All right.
GM'd a table with me and On in it before?
I have not GM'd for any of you before, actually. This is my
I'm
first
so
time GMing this
sorry,
game
but
and for all
also-
of you.
Well, you're in for a time
Ooh.
then.
Lily's gonna hold the door open for everybody like a true gentleman, and I'm gonna do my first a sleight of hand roll to grab the pocket watch as Bronx walks past me.
Fantastic.
I'm a little bit on guard because I just grabbed the
I
pocket watch.
figured
back
as
from-
much.
Yeah.
You know
think-
what? Which dice are special for this? I think since this is a little bit of a chaos roll, I'm going to use these d6s that give everybody anxiety when they see them. The
Oh.
dots are
Oh.
all
Oh.
in different
You're
places.
The Hannibal dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is a sleight of hand, and then I guess Bronx, if you want to roll me a quick survey, maybe.
So the 2 dots there, and it's gilded, so that's 2 dice and then a gilded die. Ooh.
You said to roll a what?
A survey, perchance.
Survey.
So Mika, for my gilded die, I'm
Okay,
gonna do
alright.
the one that we backed on Kickstarter with the Great Wave.
Oh, nice.
That's my gilded die.
And I only take the highest die of those.
Yes. Yep.
Then a 6.
Ooh.
I got a 6, but I got a 5 on my gilded. I don't know if that really matters, but
No.
Well, you haven't spent a
Not-
drive,
not unless-
so you know
yeah.
if you want to take the gilded, it wouldn't really do much for
You're
you.
gonna spend a drive to take my pocket.
I'm
watch
gonna
from
spend
me?
a drive
I
to take
thought
your
about
pocket
it.
watch. So what is
That
taking
just
drive
gives you
mean?
another dice to roll.
Okay, cool. Wait, I already rolled a 6, so it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say, yeah. I think if you guys tie, I think the person with the wider pool wins out on that one. So whoever added more die to that roll.
Oh, you had 3. I only
Yeah.
had 2. Okay. All right.
It's
I
more
went
impressive
really
with the
high in the sleight of hand.
I do feel like because it was so close, like you get the pocket watch, and then as you're like pulling away with it, you feel a slight
Ooh.
tug as I have the end of the chain in my hand, and I
that's
caught
good.
you right at the end of it.
Ooh. Yes.
Now,
Done.
let's not worry about this. Let me put both my hands on top of them and then try and
No.
Oh my god!
Son of a
and do a
bitch. You
sleight
know,
of hand.
Dr. Hugo is, or Dr. Alden Hugo is probably sitting there like watching everything like
I am gonna burn 2 drives.
I found like a log
Motherfucker.
to lean on, or like a wall to just lean against, and I'm just
this is all happening at the entrance. That is so weird.
I am so sorry, Haven. We have a thing we're supposed to be investigating, and
Look.
instead,
I'm just looking at notes and just cutting content in my head already. I'm just
I told
like,
you we'd make this easy on you.
that is a 6, 2 5s, and a 4.
I mean, there's the 6. Anybody want to roll survey against that?
Yes. Let's
Me?
see, survey.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have 2 and a gilded in survey.
My internet went insane for a second. What are you trying to do?
But remember that the gilded dice is not an additional dice.
That's right. That's right. I did roll a 6 and a 3.
So right now, Chris, Lemon Stopheles is trying to diffuse, quote unquote, the situation between Bronx and Lily, and is instead using the distraction to again try and take your pocket watch.
Just wasted 2 drives on this.
This
Who's
is
got the wider
so
pool
funny.
between you two?
I'm having the best time.
4.
Yeah,
So, you can-
Lemon Stopheles is gonna go ahead and
Yeah, you win that one.
Yes.
Damn it.
So pocket watch obtained.
Yeah.
And now
If I
saloon
put it-
entered.
In my pocket, I would say, "This is a nice watch." And you hand it back to Bronx. You ought to be more careful with this one around.
Right then. And puts the pocket watch back very carefully.
Look, it was
Contemplates
just
breaking noses.
friendly competition. You can't break my nose again. I just
I
had it
didn't
set.
break. I didn't break your nose. Oh yeah, I did set the nose. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Again,
How is-
apologies. I
How
didn't
does Lily
mean
have
to.
Deadpool awareness of the fourth wall?
Because I wasn't 100% paying attention.
Phenomenal. Well, why don't we pay attention to some more lovely prose about the Dusty Wing Saloon?
Yes.
The Dusty Wing Saloon's entrance is made from a rounded aircraft cockpit door that leads into a long room filled with tables, a band, and a fully stocked bar. Windows made from aircraft portholes peer out to the ashy town like a vision of an alien world. The bar has been crafted into the likeness of a runway, similar to the main road of Ashdale, though with the years of spilled beer and condensation, its long painted lines are faded and chipping. Behind the bar is a tall, lanky man with short black hair parted down the middle. He has an impressive handlebar mustache and wears an
Ooh.
Air Force leather jacket. He is in the middle of pouring a fourth mug of beer to join the other three in a man's hands. The customer is wearing a dirty gray jumpsuit matching the group of people crowding around a few tables nearby. The person grabs the newly poured beer and carefully walks them over to the table as cheers erupt, drowning out the music being played in the back corner of the bar. The bartender rolls his eyes, then sees you enter and makes a slight nod toward you.
Lily like aggressively nods back.
So the bartender's free?
Yep.
Right. You can have an old-fashioned.
He is old-fashioned.
That's true.
I'm dreadfully sorry, sir, but we pretty much just have beer and straight whiskey here.
I mean, that's basically what an old-fashioned is. Lots of
One,
whiskey.
one
Burp.
second, everyone. I'm so sorry.
Whiskey.
There's some sort of technical issue
Oh
that I'm
no!
having.
What's going on, Chris?
I can hear everyone perfectly except for Haven.
Might help if you just like refresh.
Just refresh Video Ninja.
Yeah, it
Okay.
shouldn't mess with the framing at all because they're individual assets.
Okay.
Mhm.
I
I'll
love
do
using
that.
Video Ninja now.
That's
It
pretty
is.
sick.
Did you see Garland when we were playing a couple weeks ago? I was setting everything up and like messing with people's like videos and like updating stuff. Juicy's like, On's got a new toy, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's been a learning curve for me, but I started with Video Ninja. Thankfully, I had the inside track.
yeah.
Hello, are we good?
Back.
You doing all right?
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you.
Fantastic.
Also, in terms of vague other technical shenanigans, fixed my noise suppression, so y'all
did
shouldn't
you-
be hearing my keyboard anymore.
I need to
Okay,
figure out how
awesome.
to do that on my end at some point, but I'll just mute myself when I need to type.
Which
is-
all right. This
We're
is the
having
lovely.
a time. Today is just a
This
time.
is, yes, indeed. The tech gremlins have really come for us this
It's-
October, for sure.
It's still doing it.
True.
It's
Oh,
still doing
man.
it. I don't know what's
Hurrah.
going on.
Oh,
Not the noise a goblin makes.
it's gonna sound weird, but like unplug and replug in your headphones. I know it's like exclusively Haven's, but try that.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know. The weirdest things work.
This is the fun of both DMing and teching a stream at the same time. Is I have to now wait for this to resolve.
Which is why I'm trying to help, so I don't like, so you're not too stressed.
I'm not stressed. I'm just like, well, this is where we are. Hello.
And it's also for on my side. It's also the video. Like you're like stalling in the video and the audio for me. I don't know
That's
what's happening.
weird.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's very
So
well.
strange.
This is so weird because On and Mika are farther from me than you are. So I don't know why it would be like our connection or anything.
When was the last time you cleared your cache and cookies? If you say never,
That's a good question. I could do that real quick.
yeah, that might help. We can just do some casual roleplay while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like
so-
kind of taking over. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Mika, you were talking to the bartender asking for an old fashioned, if I remember rightly.
Yes, correct. Old-fashioned is just some bitters, a little bit of water, add some whiskey, garnish with an orange slice. I don't even need the orange slice. Would
Well,
be nice, but
I can do the water and the whiskey, but I ain't got no bitters and definitely no orange.
What are bitters?
feck, just give me the whiskey. A nice little shot.
Coming right up.
A
need
glass of water
whiskey.
will be sufficient for me.
I would like a pint of Guinness, please, because it comes in pints.
I just want to ask you a quick question above
I love the
table.
doctor's whiskey.
Does Lily look at all 21?
I think their appearance is questionable. It's one of those like either you're older than you look or way younger.
Got it.
Because they also look rather non-binary too, so that probably adds to the confusion of like, how old are you? But they've got the confidence of a 21-year-old.
It's
Okay.
true. I too cannot tell the age of any given twink.
I was gonna say, you're telling me
Yeah.
that they just are a
Honestly,
twink.
that's a
Awesome.
way better sentence. I've slept 5 hours in the past 48.
You're doing
Or
great.
24? I don't know time anymore. But yeah, you can. It's hard to tell the age of a twink.
Oh, now I'm wondering if are you of age? I can't really serve anybody that's a minor.
That's really, really, um,
I'll take their Guinness.
no.
Now that's also against the law, so you understand.
So that's
I can't
a Guinness and
knowingly
2 whiskeys.
look.
I am of
It's
age.
for me.
This is the only bar in town, and we don't got a lot of cops. So why don't y'all just make sure if they are underage, they drink it somewhere else. All right. Here y'all go.
I'll drink it under the table. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. I'm leaving my
Pint.
beer unattended. Oh, let me just
I am
turn
going-
away.
I'm gonna
Poor
restart my
person.
router, guys. I'm sorry.
You're
fine.
you're
I'll be
chilling
right
there.
back.
We can assume
the
that
way
Bronx
we're
is,
going, you're
is
not gonna miss
sullenly
much.
smoking this whole time. At the
Yeah,
bar.
yeah.
Like Aragorn in the corner of a room. Sorry, I've Lord of the Rings on my mind today because it's October 24th.
It's
But
National Lord of the Rings Day.
I'm gonna be
Um,
so real. As someone
bit.
who's not very familiar with Lord of the Rings, that very much sounds like I'm thinking of Lord of the Rings because it is insert whatever date it just happens to be.
So today is October 24th, so it's the day that Frodo woke up in Rivendell after being stabbed. So it's,
Ouch.
today is October 24th.
Yep. Speaking
Anyway,
Yeah.
of being stabbed, let's get back to the game.
So,
Yeah.
Doctor, okay, why don't how do you analyze the brain?
Well, there are many facets to one's personality.
Faucets?
There is the facets, yes.
Oh,
Faces, if you will. There's the persona that they put on, and gestures to the great Levenstopheles III. There's always usually an aesthetic, a performance, if you will. But if you dig just a little further beneath the surface, you were sure to learn a lot about someone just based on the way they make decisions and the things they choose to do and talk about.
well then let me ask you a question. Based off of what you know and have interacted with me so far, am I who I say I am? Is my personality mine?
Dr. Hugo looks you up and down, blinks
Stands
twice,
up a little straighter so you can take a look.
blinks twice, and just goes, to answer your question, I don't see you as a threat.
Oh. Honestly, that's probably pretty good. I think I like that answer. I like that I'm not seen as a threat. It makes it all the more better.
Uh-huh.
As you're talking about seeing threats, that rowdy
Oh,
bunch
brother.
at the back of the bar there gets like even rowdier somehow. They are almost drowning out your conversation at this point, as one of them in particular sort of and tips beer over one of the other miners' heads, and says, "And that's what I think of that bitch," and like breaks a tankard against the wall.
Minor as in child or minor as in...
Minor as in this is a mining town and they are
Okay,
all
cool.
employed
Just-
men.
Just wanted to clarify.
But this is also a child. because child labor laws don't exist here.
Yeah, no, they're actually 12. And they sound just like that.
Yeah.
They've
So-
just been smoking so much that they sound just their voice is gone.
It's black lung. It's all coal
Yeah.
mining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the black lung, pa.
So, do we go talk to them or do we wait for Bronx to stop smoking? We should probably go talk to them.
We
Bronx
sh- we
can
should-
still smoke. He's fine.
We'll,
Edward
we'll,
looks over at Bronx, who's just.
He's enjoying himself.
We'll supply him with an update when he comes to.
Okay. He gets into this weird meditative state sometimes. It's.
He does. Dr. Hugo leans slightly closer to the Great Lemonstopheles III and goes, How long have you been mentoring this one?
I haven't.
Ah.
It's all Bronx is doing. Oh. All right, doctor.
Okay, we should talk to them.
I'll try my
Lily's
best.
already on
Well,
their way
lead.
over. I'm just kidding.
I'll lead by example. Young one,
Actually-
follow me.
On our way over, I actually would like to make a roll if that is okay. So Lily is kind of a weird enigma sometimes. Their personality can seem rather big, but when they want to, they can kind of like shrink and observe. And that's kind of the stance that they're going to go for. So I'd like to roll a survey if I can to see what I can spot from afar about these miners that could aid in a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Dice noises.
I'd say you only need like a 3 for this.
Well, it's a good thing I rolled a 3 then, and the other was a 1.
Yeah, okay. So some info about these guys. A lot of them are wearing sort of ill-fitting uniforms. You might assume these are either hand-me-downs or that maybe the mining operation doesn't have enough. They are also all wearing pins that have the name of the Haven Hills Mining Co. on them. And they're sort of distinctive in that they are definitely the cleanest part about them. You get the idea that maybe they are in use a lot, or they're kept in a safe space when they're at work, or they, something like that. You can also tell that even though this one guy just did like that whole like massive like poured a drink over someone's head and everything, no one's really stepping to him about it at all. It kind of seems like everyone there has a reason not to piss this guy off further, maybe.
So this guy's an antagonizer, basically.
Perhaps.
Mr. Lemon Grate, try not to piss the big one off.
It's easier said than done. Luckily, I'm very charming.
I sure hope so. As this lady pulls out her dagger, preparing.
Did you? You already did a
Letter
re-roll,
opener.
right?
Yes. I did for survey to try and spot
Okay.
anything.
All right. I feel like I should.
Welcome back, Chris.
Hold on, I've got to mess with Chris's thing now that he's brand new in here again. Hold on.
He's messing with your thing.
Hey.
Testing.
Okay.
Testing.
I guess consort. I'll use sway.
Sure. And
Chris,
what are
you were- Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How are you employing
That's a great
this sway
question.
role?
Okay, so what do we know about them? What are we trying to ask them? That's a great question.
I will say, while you interact in whatever way this ends up amounting to, Alden is going to be specifically just like analyzing their reaction, their face, their response, like
Yeah.
trying to just whatever. So
Okay, sick.
This
Yeah,
is
and-
so like autism coded for like myself sometimes, so I love this. love
Also, Alden, you being like the more scientific of the group, even if it's more of a behavioral scientific kind of scientific, you do remember that one of the clues that led you here to search for Dr. Ezra in a mining operation specifically was that there was a certain mineral or metal even that you found in the townhouse that is mined here. So you presume that Dr. Ezra is doing something with the mining operation in some capacity. You're not quite sure what.
We should. I'm gonna lean to Lemon and just say we should ask if they know Ezra at all, because Ezra seems to have been involved with the mining operation.
Should I straight up tell him that Ezra's, or
Ooh.
maybe he's missing?
We could get a more dramatic reaction out of them if we tell them he's dead.
Go over there acting like you're drunk and be like, I'm here to celebrate. No, wait, to grieve
life.
the death. There you go.
All right, here we go. Let me knocks back his shots. Chugs the beer. I
You took the
hardly
rest
want
of
to
my
go get my
beer.
whiskey right now to do this.
Pretend
All right.
to be drunk.
I do have a shot. All right, and away I'll go. So I'm gonna sway over there. Lads, hello. I don't suppose you know a Dr. Ezra.
The entire table like stops, like cavorting and laughing, and sort of turns to regard this flamboyant individual. And the big one that broke the tankard on the wall looks at you and says, "Sorry, mate, I didn't quite catch that."
I feel like I'm gonna need Bronx to. I feel like I've got a special hand signal to give to Bronx to give me backup just in case. You see, my dear friend Dr.
he's
Ezra's
awake now.
died. I'm here to celebrate his life, I suppose. And I know he came here mining, so I figured it might be a good place to find other people who knew him. He asked for. Well, I'm losing my train of thought. I know he came here often to get minerals, some special minerals that are mined here, and I thought maybe y'all knew him, sold him something or other.
Lily's hiding in the shadow of somewhere in a booth close by.
Oh, how rude of me! I'll buy y'all shots.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place, mate? Come here.
All right.
Every time the conversation kind of lulls to a silence, you just hear like the faint scratching of pencil on paper.
Should I roll a sway roll for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because this is either going to be a trick and they're going to beat your ass, or it's genuine. But you can tell that
Oh,
like they
God.
were about to start like getting very cross with you.
I'm keeping
Alright,
it.
That's
I'm keeping it fucking
two
I'm
twos.
beamed
So
in
I'm
on
going
this,
to.
just waiting for it to happen.
I'm going to use. Would you call this a high stakes roll? Oh no, they wouldn't count for this.
Yes and no, but really no.
Should I? I regret spending those two cunning earlier. I'm going to use my resistance
Okay.
and re-roll that.
Can I
Rock on.
gift a drive? Is that like a possible thing?
Oh, that
Is
is.
that like an
We have-
assist
We
thing?
You
have a
can-
circle ability. That
Yeah.
we can
Isn't that
use
the no one left behind? Is that what the
in
circle
this
ability
together.
was? In this together? Okay.
In this together, yeah.
Okay, so what does that do?
You
So-
can spend a drive to help an ally, and then if the roll is 3 or less, you earn back a drive.
That's right. Okay.
Both of you.
I think with Lily mentioning probably like would have mentioned stuff like the outfits or don't piss off this guy would probably just be like her way of sharing observations for an assist.
Okay.
So drive spent.
6.
Oh,
Rock the fuck on. All right, yeah. So that was no sham. They genuinely pull you close. And that
Hold me
round of
close,
shots
tiny
is ordered.
dancer.
Tony
That round of
dancer?
shots is ordered, and they all sort of like bang their mugs on the table. And that big one sort of like slaps you on the back and says, I'm Charlie. What's your name?
Like the great. You may call me Lemon.
Lemon.
My family were lemon mongers.
You
little
using big
childhood
words to
nickname.
confuse me, little man.
They sold lemons.
Well, fucking all right, sure. They got lemon flavored alcohol, haven't they?
Wait, they don't have a whole lot here. Except for some delicious whiskey. Now, did you know my friend Dr. Ezra by chance?
Listen, mate. And he sort of like pulls you close inside. Like
Alright.
he's a stinking, hulking miner, like alcohol and the whole 9 yards. This is very gross. He sort of like pulls you in close and says, "Listen, mate. I've been
Yes.
trying to figure out what these fucking scientists are doing in this mine for a while now. And let me tell you something. I ain't no fucking closer. If you want to get inside this mine, you let me know. My dad runs the fucking place, okay? We'll get in there. I'll bust this fucking thing wide open, mate. You and me, huh?
I have to tell you, I might regret saying this. I'd love that. I have to tell you, I feel like his death was under mysterious circumstances. And I'm just trying to. I'm mourning, and I'd like to get to the bottom of this.
Look, mate, I don't know anybody who's fucking died, but I know something's going on in there.
I greatly appreciate the assist.
Too right.
Oh.
Okay, boys! And he slaps you on the back so hard you sort of stumble forward. I'm taking this one back in the mine. Anyone want a double shift? Come with me!
Alden stands up and goes, "Do you mind if I and my friends join you? I overheard you'd be going to the mines, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of a certain mystery down there."
It's another friend of Ezra. We were very close to him. We all know something fishy's going on here.
Look, whatever. To be honest, I plan to use you lot as cover so I can talk to me fucking father about this whole situation. So, you want to go in there and make a mess? Fine by me. Let's fucking go.
Well, Doctor,
Lily's
I think you
gonna
should talk to
go.
him about that.
Lily's gonna go, but not like sneak behind them so they don't hopefully know that they're there.
Okay, go ahead and roll hide.
Okie dokie.
Can I help by like specifically only pointing out Bronx
Just
as
yes.
the fellow friend joining? Like specifically being like,
Yeah.
"This is my friend and me, and we are the only two that you are talking to and about right now."
That's a fun psychological trick. Yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
that. Okay.
If you want to spend
Tis
a drive
Lemon,
and give a
Bronx,
drive,
and
kind of
me,
thing.
and nobody else. Do not look around. It is just us.
5.
Fine, sick. Yeah. For the time being, you seem unnoticed.
Wunderbar.
And Charlie sort of staggeringly walks with you guys out the door. And down the street. Are we all following this large stinky man?
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Can I do-
Fantastic.
I go
Hey,
up right next to Lemon and kind of elbow nudge and just go, "Great work."
Can I do a quick I feel like I need to do a read, or if somebody who's better at read wants to
Not
just to
me.
make sure where I've only got one in read.
I've got 2 in read. I feel like though Dr.
I
Alden
feel like the
would
doctor
be
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
good at
I'm
read.
fine with doing read. What are we trying to? What are you
just to
trying to
make
do?
sure, like, spot any lies, make sure
Oh,
we're
yeah,
not being
I'm
led to
absolutely
danger.
just I'm kind of like constantly just like reading this guy just to make sure that he's not lying to our faces. So if there's any rolls that I need to make whenever he says words, let me know.
Yeah, toss a read on there.
All right, cool. That's a 6.
Awesome. Yeah, this guy is immature, drunk, doesn't have the full picture, and is hoping that you guys are enough of an oddity to let him sort of in in a sort of elevated capacity than usual. Like he really is just kind of trying to, it seems like, figure something out. He's got his own agenda and he's just using y'all hardcore.
How many guys he got with him?
That came with him, none. Nobody wants to work double. But that were in the bar with him, like 6, I think, 6 or 7.
Okay, all right. So it's just him and us then.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeet.
Um,
Onwards.
Onwards indeed. As you continue down towards the mine entrance proper, you get a better look at the place. And as you get a better look at the place, there's some more lovely prose. Can you imagine? Um, Dust clouds spill from the mine, like lumbering behemoths chased away by the loud metallic clanging of machines you can't yet see. On the outskirts of Ashdale sits a gargantuan pit, nearly a quarter mile long and 500 feet wide. The pit's sloping rock walls end abruptly at the mine floor, where rigid earth crunches and buckles under the claws of large digging machines. A 20-foot tall chain link fence topped with barbed wire runs the length of the mine's outer rim. A lone road cuts through the single security checkpoint and traces a long spiral from the mine's outer rim to the pit floor. Dark figures move inside the checkpoint's single room booth. The fence continues around a stout building where dirt caked workers stoop over a mine schematic alongside a chimney spewing out smoke and ash. Where the gentle slope meets a sheer cliff face, 3 workers are nearly finished offloading a refined metals. It does say a refined metals. Let's make a note of that. Offloading refined metals from a large yellow freight elevator onto a shipping truck. Their overseer's cleaned lab coat is a startling dash of white in a pit of shining metal, brown dirt, and black soot. The sweating workers would be unsurprised to learn that the heaviest thing their overseer carried today was her pocket sized notebook.
It me.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it. What are y'all doing as you approach the security checkpoint?
I am scanning to see if there is potentially like another way in, or if there's another entrance that's potentially like a staff only entrance, or like a this way is how we get like the carts in or something. Like is there any other entrance, even if it's currently blocked off right now?
Yeah, go ahead and hit me with a survey.
That is a 4.
Okay, yeah, with a 4, you get a pretty good look at the place. I'll say one thing you definitely notice is that this fence goes on for a long fucking time, right? Like this is a big hole in the ground. You don't see any end to the fence around this big ass hole in the ground, right? So you presume, even if there are other entrances or exits, that they will be covered by this fence.
Okay. It seems, and kind of I lean into the crew as we would have it. Our as yet nameless circle, I think. I don't know if we named
The
that
Circle of Sticks and Stones.
The Circle of Sticks and
Yeah.
Stones. I lied. We did name it. I lean into my fellow Circle of Sticks and Stones and I just go, it doesn't seem that there's any alternative entrance that we can get to. That fence seems to be blocking everything except for the main security checkpoint.
Fence ain't a problem.
There's a pebble that just kind of like skips on the ground, and that's Lily's way of saying, "Got you." I hear it.
Lily code, the secret Lily language.
Well, I mean, we're sticks and stones, so.
I mean,
I open my notebook and write another sentence down and then close my notebook.
as you close your notebook,
Interpretive rocks.
you'll have much more to write down as Charlie approaches this checkpoint. Staggering with a drink in his hand still, walking up to these workers and saying, "It's me, let me through." And a couple of them sort of look him over and say, "Charlie, you're pretty drunk, man, and I don't think you should enter this place right now. It's a pretty dangerous work environment."
I'm observing. I want to see what Charlie does.
All right. Well, if we're going with Charlie's plan, Charlie is going to grow increasingly irate uh, and throw his drink on
Classic
the ground
Charlie.
and
Can
say,
I-
"My father owns this fucking mine. I'll go in if I want to."
I'm gonna walk up behind him and put my hand on his shoulder and hope that he doesn't turn around to break it and say, he's simply letting us in. We have some words for his father specifically that we would like to talk about. And I look at him with this look of like, it's cool. You can calm down now.
Hit me with a sway.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, I can do the sway. But I need to find a way to insert myself here.
Phrasing, Mika. Phrasing.
I guess the best I can do is give you a drive since you're the one who
like walk up behind and just go, headline the great lemon stuff.
yeah, it's just well, he's a dear friend of ours. We've what should I say?
I don't know. Live your best life.
I'm just gonna come up and say, oh, yes, don't worry, he'll be fine while we're here.
Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be the help that gives Dr. Alden the extra drive there if you want to spend a drive.
All right.
5. Yeah, okay.
I did not think this man was convincible, so we're just hoping for the best here.
Well, Charlie is like
Bronx would have beat the shit out of him.
Charlie is so drunk at this point that he's starting to like lose his train of thought constantly. So he's like, "Oh fucking, let me in, the boys! My fucking father and this is my fucking place!" Like sort of just like muttering and like angry, and the people in the booth are like, you guys are the ones that want to come in, right? We're not gonna let him in.
Yeah, that would be correct.
Okay. He is a supervisor, so we can technically let you in under his authority, though you don't have any identification, so you will need to provide some further in, just so you know.
I'm going to.
Oh no, you go first.
Oh, I was just going to do a sleight of hand to I don't know, I was going to say produce a fake identification or something. I don't know if that would necessarily work in this instance, though.
I don't
Wait,
think so.
wait. I have forged paperwork. Okay,
Oh.
so here's my thoughts. They're clearly forged identifications. Like, what else would like a thieving, like, slink criminal have? So for these ones specifically, for other ones, I think I'll have to create them. But for these ones, they're gonna be the identities. I'm pretty sure these are gonna have to be like super high rolls. But I kind of want to. Who is the farthest back in the group by me?
Probably
you?
me. Right.
Okay.
Bronx.
So I would like to do a hide. Probably 2 rolls, a sneak and a sleight of hand, to sneak up to Bronx, put the papers and like sleight of hand, put the papers in his pocket, and just like tap him on the shoulder to let him know they're there.
Okay, I think if you're not like hiding the fact that you did that, you don't have to do sleight of hand.
Okay.
But if you want to remain hidden from the people in the booth,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Also,
that's
I
what I'm-
mean, this is going to be a 6 because you're on a
I
road by a
figured.
booth meant to look at the road. So
Okay. Here we go. It was 2 twos. No.
yikes.
Feel my pain.
Um,
Did you just say feel my pain?
Because I rolled 2 twos earlier.
Just the phrasing of that was just
Is
so
there?
funny.
Do we have like Candela? I mean, Candela is like secret, but do we have some sort of like clearance from Candela, or are we just gonna
not-
have to use our?
not in this
Can we just-
instance.
Can we just use our normal identification, like the 1800s equivalent of driver's license?
I was high key just gonna reach into my notebook and pull out just like an authorized like yo, I'm a therapist and am certified to therapize and
Yeah.
look how official it looks. I am going to authorize myself for everyone else. That way,
It's the Doctor Who
way,
badge that it's like
Yeah, the
Basically.
psychic
requires
Yeah,
everything.
psychic paper.
my goal is basically to have them only take down my name and just have all of the authorization for everybody else under my name, so that they don't have all of the rest of y'all's names.
Got you. Okay.
I'm the emotional support magician.
Are you presenting them with this identification?
Yes.
Okay. They'll take a look.
Lily will probably accidentally come out into the light, like a miner's light accidentally shines on her as she like tries to like put something in their pockets.
They're with us.
It's all right, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
I'm so
look,
sorry, I fell behind.
Listen,
That's
this is
right.
officially above my pay grade. These identifications, they don't pertain to this place at all. We're a private company, ma'am. I'm gonna need to call my supervisor about this. This is far too much.
Yeah, call your
That is
supervisor
absolutely
about
fair.
it.
I've
been waiting to talk to
do a
him.
sway roll. What would I say though? While he's doing that, can we try and sneak through?
Yes.
No,
Sure.
that would be too. No,
Can
I don't want that.
Can I make a ruckus to allow them to sneak through?
You can do whatever you'd like.
I have a feeling that we're doing a how do we open the door in like a D&D setting? It's my favorite.
So are we doing ruckuses? Are we doing sway rolls? What's going on? Are we waiting for the
Uh,
manager to get here?
Lily
What's
walks
I'll
in.
wait for the manager.
You
Oh,
just start
Lily.
walking
Okay.
towards the gate.
Yeah.
I
I thought the paperwork worked.
So when you do that, the other two people in this booth are going to come out, and they do have guns, and they say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Stop! 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 Whoa! What are you doing here? Stop!"
Whoa! She's a kid.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cause a ruckus.
She's very impolite. We're trying to teach him manners.
This is private property. This is a dangerous mining operation. You all need to leave now.
Hey, what kind of gun is that?
Excuse me?
You know how to use that thing proper?
Buddy, look, I'd rather not use it at all, but if you guys stick around too long, I might have to. You're making me very nervous right now.
Pursued a career outside of security?
Do what?
Oh, I'm asking the guard guy. Have you ever pursued a career outside of security?
What role is this? I guess a
Sway. This would be sway.
Yeah, sway.
I'm trying to throw him a curveball that is suddenly you're too distracted by your own future to pay attention to us walking in.
So guys, can I ask really quick, just for my benefit? If all of you are distracting them, who's taking advantage of the distraction?
I thought I was like so my idea is like my character is like a little chaos gremlin, and so with the idea for ruckus, she just kind of went and started it so that everybody else could get through.
Yeah,
but it did not
I was
work.
just gonna back her up as the ruckus, like.
I could sneak then. I could try to
sneak.
sneak.
On a little kid.
You sneak in.
Yeah.
We're gonna just
We split the party. We go search somewhere else. Lemon's in the mines. The magician is in the mines.
The magicians yearn for the mines. All right.
I feel like maybe we should like also just send a telegraph to HQ and see if they can forge some documents for us.
Okay.
Or
I
have
can
Lily.
forge them.
Yeah.
I just probably need
Come
like
come
2
back
minutes
later.
to do it.
I feel like that might be the easiest, less dangerous
okay,
thing to do.
Sorry. We will go. I'm so sorry. I don't have manners.
I'm sorry. We seem to have forgotten our paperwork. We'll be back, perhaps with a more sober fella. Less dangerous for all of us.
Yeah, you guys make sure if we see you again, it's under the right circumstances. This is not above board.
Yeah, we as we kind of turn around and begin to meander away, I over my shoulder say, "You should try cross stitching. It's very therapeutic."
Aw.
And the dude just looks around like, "Where the fuck am I? Like, what is?"
Bronx is still standing in front of the dude, just shaking his head. Shameful, fucking pulling a gun on a child like that. Shameful.
Mika, Lemon was sneaking in, yeah?
was
No, we're gonna
going
go
to,
get
but
the
yeah,
documents.
I'm the one who said like, we'll be back.
Oh, I thought I said
Bye, girl. Bye. We'll be.
Bye, girl. Bye.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
We
So-
cast confusion so hard it flipped on ourselves.
We heard ourselves in confusion.
This was getting too dangerous. We didn't have a great plan. We're
Yeah.
back in.
Um,
We're backing the
but
fuck
it's
out.
It's kind of, it's like
I
a
think-
classic movie. You know, it happens all the time. You go in, you fuck up the job, and then you go back out and you get the plan, then you go in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so,
didn't
like,
know
as we're-
70% of what
going.
happened because I had technical issues for a while. So
At least we
Yeah.
know
So,
where we're
I
going
think-
now. Is it possible we could contact this dude's dad directly?
Okay, so basically, what's going
Is
on
there a way
here
to sneak in?
is that as Candela agents, you guys are operating as a sort of rogue circle right now, because not a lot of people know about Dr. Ezra in the first place. And as far as like the full might of Candela, it kind of operates in like splinter cells, right? By circle, with the Light Keeper sort of being in charge and stuff. And this was like a personal favor to the Light Keeper because they knew Ezra. So at the moment, you don't really have the full weight of Candela behind you. Actually,
Hmm.
this is very rare to even have them behind you in the first place. Yeah.
With Lily not having been technically in Candela now for more than like 2 hours at this point, she's only got criminal contacts.
Mm-hmm.
So could use that instead.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to, I don't know, ring up Uncle Les or something. See what he's got cooking. I don't know.
This entire
Well, Les
one-shot
got
is
out
gonna
of the
be us-
game.
This entire one shot is just gonna be us trying to get in this door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm so sorry, Haven.
No, not at all. This is good fun. I'm having a great time. I will remind you all, and this is not me trying to railroad. I will just say there are more pieces on the
Railroad.
board for you guys. There is a whole ass market bazaar thing. There are more people in the bar. There's other things to do as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's go to the
No,
bazaar.
we gotta go through this door.
Oh my god.
I'm just
Okay, we're gonna
kidding.
go through this door.
I'm just kidding.
So Bronx pulls out an RPG, and
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I
I
am
suppose
gonna
there
go
are
get us
easier ways to do
paperwork.
this.
And Lily leaves to go call somebody.
Cool. Yeah, there's a telegraph office sort of near the entrance for like a lot of the up and down communication because the lines
Well-
run by the roads and the railroad tracks. So
While we wait for Lily, I might take a stroll down the bazaar. See if I can find something a bit bizarre. I know that was terrible. That
That
was
was
terrible.
just for that, take 5 damage. No, I'm just kidding.
Ah, damn it.
As soon as you
Take
say
a
that
scar.
pun, as soon as you say that pun, Alden opens up her notebook and writes a very long sentence, like a sentence that seems to just keep going.
Solid
then-
20 seconds of scratching.
I'm going to take this moment to do a sleight of hand to try and take that
That fucking notebook.
right from under you. That's a 6.
Hit me with that survey.
Like,
I want to note it that we got permission
it's
to
not
attempt
even
to
like-
steal
I'm not
this.
even being
yes,
like
yes, I did give over the table.
I'm not even being like
permission.
sneaky. I'm just like yoink.
It's also a 6.
Who's got the wider
Alright.
pool?
2.
I also used 2.
On the
think
bright
it-
side, the 6 was my gilded dice, so
oh,
at least I get a drive back.
You do get a drive back.
I do
And
not have
I
the
think at
gilded
this
You don't
point, like
carry.
you guys are equally opposed. You
I think
clearly
like
can
I
see this.
take it, I turn it to look, and then the doctor just yoinks it back out of my hand.
Just slams it shut on your
try.
finger.
Yes, fair. That's fair.
Maybe next
Um,
time.
Speaking of fairs, you're heading to the bazaar, which looks
Yes.
kind of like a fair if you think about it. Sometimes there are some lovely prose lines here for the bazaar that I'll read out. The sound of haggling, cheering, and laughing fills your ears. Sweet and savory smells waft through the air, and dozens of tables, workshops, and small tents are seen scattered about the open space. What was once a hangar for a war blimp of the last Great War is now a vibrant community bazaar. Chaotic, zigzagging rows pave their way through this ramshackle, though impressive, market, threatening to leave you unsure of where the exit might be. Strolling through these open walkways, you hear the voice of an older man calling out to you. Now, that's a person who needs a lightly used pair of undergarments. As you turn to face the origin of this voice, you are met with an old man with an unkempt white beard, dirtied overalls, and a prosthetic left arm. He's seated at a long table covered in junk, though as you begin to look closer, you see this isn't junk. In fact, this is art made from junk. But one thing reaches for your attention. As you look at this display of treasures, at the end of the table stands a skeleton made from steel, though it is currently dressed in a miner's jumpsuit with a small pin on its chest and the shape of the symbol for Eons, who you know is the operating scientific mining operation people right now. That was definitely what they should have been called. After looking over his table of art, the old man greets you with a big smile of 5 lonely teeth and laughs, saying, I'm just messing with you. I wouldn't sell used undergarments here unless you're looking to buy them.
I'm trying to think what I could do with used undergarments. Naturally, I wouldn't wear them. I could use them in a knot, I suppose, or just wash them, tear them up, and use them as rags.
Now, you're the kind of person I like. Sell it.
I'm never letting go of this bit. I make eye contact with this man, and without breaking eye contact, open my notebook and write something down.
I got some used pencils too.
I suppose I could toss them at someone to make them. All right, are they pre-washed? Well, I need to wash them again.
The undergarments?
Yes.
Well, no, I got them on right now.
Oh, in that case, that's a little inconvenient. Never mind. I'm in a hurry. However, I do like that jumpsuit on that. I like the skeleton as well.
Oh, you're talking about old Chauncey over here.
Indeed I am.
Yeah, this old coot, and he sort of ting, ting, ting on the side of it. This thing's been wearing my merchandise for, going on 5 days now.
5 whole days? I'm surprised no one's tried to steal them out from under you.
You don't steal from old Billy.
I can tell.
The serious look.
I wouldn't dare try.
Well, aren't you just smart, then? Anything you want to hear, I got plenty of stuff to sell to you.
When can I get that jumpsuit?
A jumpsuit? All right. Hey, your friends need some too. You must be new workers at the mine now. I've been selling these things like hotcakes. Everybody needs them.
Well, if I have one for my friends as well, that would be lovely.
Fantastic. They're $5 a pop.
Lemon truly is the face of this party. Like, you've had the most successful social interactions out of all of us. This is amazing.
Because also just like that good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doctor, did you have the funds for this trip?
Hey, God, did I have the funds for this trip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh, also, did
Oh, wait,
Bronx
I
go
had
with
them because
me,
I
or did
stole
you
them
go
for.
with them?
No.
You're muted. There's a silence spell.
I'll have gone with you.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
All right, so that will be $20.
20? Well, you need a couple extras?
Only we need 4.
Well,
Or
that's
perhaps
fine,
I would just want to give you the extra business because I find you so charming.
Well, ain't you slick, Sonny Jim? How about that? No problem. Old Billy hook you up right proper. Here we go. And he sort of digs under this massive pile. Now, what size are your friends exactly?
Let's see, we'll need an extra large for the big guy. So many muscles. Perhaps
3x.
3x.
So many muscles.
Sorry, yes. Yeah, just psychic message. And, wait, sorry. Actually, I want the doctor to, like, have all of this information. I think that would be great.
Yeah, no, I opened to a page that's just a list of names folled by their, like, t-shirt sizes and, like all
Shoe
of the
size.
vague, like, birthday, like, random info about them. It just goes, that would be A triple XL, a medium, a small, and what are you?
I'm a large.
His head pokes up from under the table. Triple XL? What the hell? You got the damn Sasquatch with you?
Wait, close.
Very.
Wait, this fella, he's the reason we're all able to work at this mine. A package deal. They didn't really need us, but they saw this fella and, well, they said, why the feck not? Pardon the language.
I thought you looked a little scrawny. Anyway,
I suppose a
Mine is
medium
on
for me,
behalf
but not a
of the
large.
4 of us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, make that large a medium.
All right, shit. Is down there, comes back up with the requisite uniforms and pins.
Yeah. Well, I don't suppose you've got a hard hat that's also a top hat. I'm quite fond of this.
Hard hat is also a top hat. Now, give me a hold on.
All right, I kid. I'm not that attached to this.
And he fucking pulls one out.
I dare say.
I hand over.
You're a
I
miracle
wordlessly
worker.
hand over the extra
One
funds
sec.
to Lemon to get this hat.
Thank you.
Quick sec, guys. Hit him with one of those real quick.
Oh, sometimes people
I'm on
suck.
top of it, y'all. I'm on top of it. Don't worry.
Your multitasking today is top tier.
Oh, I see. I
Let me
see.
just go ahead and try and hit this little button here as well. If Twitch will cooperate with me.
How dare you, Twitch? I love the persona was pinned.
There we go. What was pinned?
My message, persona, persona.
You know what? I'm leaving it like that.
Cool.
All right. Sorry about that, gang.
I thought it said personal, not persona.
Persona.
You now
Anyway.
have 4 uniforms of the requisite sizes, all with their complete pins.
Excellent.
I drape them over my arm, except for
Is-
the hat, obviously.
Is drunk guy with us still?
No,
yeah.
Drunk guy is
Okay.
passed out in the gutter.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. He's not a responsibility anymore. Great. We should reconvene and change ASAP so we can get into the mines.
Excellent.
As you guys sort of start walking away, like you turn to go, you hear a little chuckle. Y'all
Hi.
ain't supposed to go in that mine, are you?
Supposed to. There are no supposed tos. It's only, do we want to or do we not?
I like your line of thinking, slugger. Say, tell you what, I make a little deal if you want to.
Depends
I've
on
been
the deal.
having some supply issues, you might say. I got a little
Oh.
man on the inside of that mine there, been sending me things back and forth via an old service tunnel, and it's been going dry lately. Y'all could head
I
down there
see.
and figure out what's wrong, get the cash flowing again. I might be able to get you in there on the slide, like.
For you, anything.
And as you say that, we cut to Bronx and Lily.
Hey, can you
I
make
thought you
me?
said
Can you
Roberto.
make mine? Say, Doctor Hardy. Yeah,
Dr. Hardy. Okay.
yeah, I like that.
Writing it down for the telegraph notes.
Good.
We're
Okay.
gonna have so many ways to get in.
How do you think the others want their names? Should we do something silly for their names?
Yeah, yeah, you should do something silly.
Okay.
What about-
So for the lemon grate, we should put Dr. Lime.
Are we all doctors now? Is that what's
You'll love
happening?
You'll love that.
Okay, now for Dr. Alden, what should we do there?
Make her not a doctor. Take doctor out the name.
just say Alden Hugo.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit! My cat knocked something over. He had
And if
zoomies
that isn't the
so
tone setter for this
aggressively.
stream, I don't know what is.
It's a good point. Okay, cool. I will send this telegraph now.
Who are you sending this telegraph to, Lily?
I'm sending it to my uncle.
sending it to your uncle.
Uncle
Fantastic.
Leslie.
Okay, awesome. And that you guys that doesn't take very long. So you guys are sort of sitting there for a minute. Um, After you guys get this info from old Billy, I'm assuming you're going back to talk to them about it, or are you waiting for them to get to you? What's the deal? This is addressed to Fish and Mika.
Ah, yes.
Oh, we'll probably meet them since we
Yeah,
know where they are.
yeah, that's where yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
we,
cool,
we
cool.
have
Got
the
you.
stuff, so it's like we'll just
Same
we'll just
wavelength.
go meet them. Yeah.
Word.
This
word.
is why we went
we'll
off
meet up-
together because we got
meet
it.
up at the bar. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I guess.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just at a booth. In
Okay.
The bar.
Yeah, so you guys send that telegraph off. You tell the telegraph office you're going to be waiting there in the bar. They'll come bring it to you when it gets back in. You guys
Let's put the
reconvene.
clothes in a bag, so we're not just carrying around very obviously uniforms.
Yeah, old Billy supplied you with a little canvas bag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It matches my aesthetic. So.
It's in my hat.
Uh-huh.
I'm able to shove all of them in there.
Yes, absolutely.
I have to remove the
I mean,
rabbits
if you want to
first, though.
carry it, you are welcome to. I don't,
Only if they can be in my hat.
of course.
All
I'll take a point of bleed if I have. No, they don't need it. They don't
You
need to
have
be in
an
my hat. They
extra
don't need to be in
dimensional
my hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you guys reconvene back at the bar, and as you guys settle down to talk about what's happened, I think that's a perfect place to take our
Oh.
break, unless On's got something.
It was just dramatic flair of like, we're like almost like some people at the same time. We have our way in, and at the same time we get like the IDs and the clothes down at the same time, and we're just looking at each other like, okay, I guess we all did it.
Just all the
We're
bases
even
are
more
covered.
official. We've got the clothes and we've got the identification.
Well, because now we can go
And a
up
sneak
and it'll
way
be
in
a
case
little
we
more
get caught.
believable if we say, "Hey, our bad. We didn't realize we needed all the identification. We got it
Or I
all
figure
now."
if we could be snuck in, we've got the clothes. So if we do get caught, we can say, yeah, like we've got the identification, the clothes.
This is
So, like-
great planning. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
the fruits of this planning after the break, after these brief messages that aren't actually messages. Get up, have a water, have a stretch. We'll see you in 10. Welcome back to Candela Obscura, the Bleeding Edge. Our players have just discovered a couple of different ways they could enter this lovely mine we find ourselves at, the Haven Hills Mining Co. And they are just now meeting to deliberate on their method of entry at the Dusty Wing Bar.
Okay, so we have IDs for everybody. So that means we can get in. You found
Yeah, so-
outfits.
Yes, here we go. We've got outfits and a way to sneak in. So if we get caught, we look like we belong, and we've got the necessary paperwork.
Oh, yes, and we also have IDs for everybody. Please check out your alias names.
We're all set. Lime.
Yeah,
The great Lime Astopheles the Fourth.
that would be Dr. Lime.
Dr. Lime Astopheles. The great Dr. Lime Astopheles the Fourth.
No, it's just Dr. Lime.
Dr. Lime. I couldn't have been like Citron or
No.
Yellow Crest, Lemon
No.
Tree.
No.
Oi,
I'm never
it's
living in
funny,
college.
all right?
It is funny.
Ah,
Don't make me use my adult voice on you.
What kind
Ha,
of
ha,
outfits
ha.
these?
Okay, and here is yours, and pushes it towards Dr. Alden.
I pick it up. I look at it. I look at you. I squint, and then I just. All right. Well, at least you spelled my name right. And then fix it on the thing.
Lily looks so let down. Thought there was gonna be a bigger reaction. It's just like,
Nope.
Aye. It was funny. It was funny.
You
Don't.
know, I like to think Lily looks really disappointed, and then looks over at Bronx, and then looks back at Alden, only to see Alden is smirking.
that's even better. I love this.
So we wear these costumes, then. This one's small.
Oh no, sorry, this is yours. They handed me the 3XL. This one's yours, and swaps them.
This one's small too.
It should be fine. And Lily
We want your
zips up.
muscles to pop. We're just
Alright.
looking out for you and your fashion.
Okay then. All right.
I can't believe you bought that.
Honestly,
Saying
me-
it out
me
loud
too.
is crazy.
All right, onwards.
Yes.
We should get to the bottom of this as quickly as possible.
Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get at her. All right, so you guys.
Get at her. I
have
barely know
been-
her.
Hey, there we go. I really hope Emma was watching that. She would be so chuffed that that wasn't me that time. You guys have been told by old Billy that there is sort of a secret entrance. There is a way to get through part of the fence, sort of towards the right of the entrance, and a little bit of like a secluded, sort of out of the way spot. And then there is an old dumbwaiter attached to that belching chimney, that apparently like was used to ferry like coal up and down back when it was still coal powered before electricity. And it hasn't been in use for a while, but old Billy has gotten it running. So you can one at a time head down this old rickety ass dumbwaiter, and enter the mining operation proper. My question to you
Sure.
is, who's going first?
All right. I'll go first.
Lily follows close behind. And if you stop
Fantastic.
suddenly, she will run into the small of your back. Because I imagine you're like 7 feet tall.
Yep.
I can see that.
It's just what I've been imagining.
That's fine. You big boy.
You sort of pull the pulley inside the dumbwaiter, all the way down, and eventually arrive at the bottom of what is quite a long shaft. I'm not gonna lie. Don't isolate that audio. And you open the little panel, and you look out, and you see you are in a very tiny hallway that leads
Can't
to a
get over it, I'm
single.
sorry.
Are
Can't
we
get over the shaft thing. I'm
Are we
so
reshuffling
sorry.
the aftershocks of the shaft? Okay. It's a very small hallway that leads to a sort of almost crumbled inward door It's like you can crawl over the rubble, so it's so out of the way, but it's still technically a door kind of deal.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna move out the way so the others can make their way down.
yeah, we do. You're all down there.
Lily's
How did I
whistling.
get here?
On our way down the shaft.
Working our way down the shaft.
I adjust my glasses that are were previously in my head just black frames, but are now canonically the ace flag.
Yes.
They were the ace flag all along.
Yep. And I keep walking.
The true ace flag were the friends we made along the way.
The platonic friends.
Actual friendly friends.
All right, 6. So you guys crawl through this little half crumbled in doorway into a much larger chamber. Dozens of workbenches are lined up in this room with dozens of hand-drawn designs of what looks to be sort of this metal shell that's a humanoid shape. The diagrams call it a vessel. Even this deep in the facility, they are dedicated to secrecy and protecting their research. All of the writing here is in ancient Halen. The only thing that was legible at all was just this big title on the top of every page that just said vessel. And ancient Halen is the precursor language to New Fair, the universe where we find ourselves in Candela Obscura. For those who haven't read the book and don't know the setting, it's a new game. There are other rooms that have large windows sort of peering into the chamber, but this is the chamber where those would like sort of presumably look into. Like they're so high up that you're not supposed to look in those, they're supposed to look in here, kind of deal. You know what I mean? At the center, wooden beams are arranged in neat rows reaching the 20-foot high ceiling. It's as if these beams were put here to hold a giant who didn't have the strength to stand on its own 2 feet. More workbenches mimic those found within the laboratory. You didn't get to the laboratory because you skipped it because of old Billy. And are covered with papers and tools. You spot 2 red buttons nearby on a metal box, one labeled Surface and the other labeled Lab. This wing of the lab is eerily quiet. Where are the scientists? The western door is locked, and a chair is shoved under its handle. Dried blood is splattered on the other side of the glass, and bodies lie just beyond. Their last efforts to leave proved unsuccessful.
They were trying to leave to get into this room or get out.
Presumably, they were trying to leave to get into this room because there is a chair propped up against
That's
the
what I was thinking. Okay.
door.
I am going to, as we travel through this kind of area, I'm gonna keep a running diagram of the rooms we've been in as some sort of like map, so that we can't get lost trying to make our way back out.
Awesome. Yeah. If that sort of thing becomes relevant, I'll give you a +1 on that. Just remind me.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Right. Well, this looks grim.
That's concerning. Were they? Do they look like they were trying to get into this room to get something that was in this room, or because they wanted to get out of the room they were in?
Well, you know, I'm gonna hazard a guess that the dried blood might have something to do with it.
Crazy, wild.
I would like
wild.
to survey the room.
Feel free.
How high is your survey? Oh, sorry, that's way metagaming. I'm going to have we have like a teacher student relationship kind of thing, and so I would think that Lily would be assisting you as well on like some things that they know. So I'd love to donate a drive to
Awesome.
you.
Surveying is one of my things.
It doesn't matter because even if you were probably like really good at it, I don't think you would have told Lily that. So then Lily feels better about
Okay.
themselves. So Lily's gonna do it anyways.
Awesome.
So grab an extra die on that one.
I got a 5.
Okay, yeah, 5 for survey of this room. Yeah, so this place is like, it is kind of almost circular. Like there's a couple of like curved walls that meet into flatter ones for the doors. I don't know what kind of shape that is. And where you guys came out, that little sort of crumbled way is in the corner of where one of those flats meets a curve. Um, that is sort of the iceberg that is this weirdly dense room. There are like random piles of notes and tables and lab equipment, and there are like smaller little vessels as well. But the main focus is that sort of 15 and a half foot tall. Um, it's almost like I'm trying to like not use a video game analogy because I've been doing so well so far, but like when dwarven centurions in Skyrim are in that like holder, there is sort of like a crown of metal scaffolding and sort of it's like popping out a Lego, you know what I mean, or like some sort of plastic. Um, in the center of this room, and there is a one door on one of the flats, which is the one that has the dried blood in the chair, and then another door on the other one of the flats that doesn't have a window.
Hmm. Oh, this seems suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Calm down now.
Sorry.
Who put the chairs in the room? Where'd that fella go?
How many chairs are there?
Counting, you find, I'd say like 30 chairs.
A lot of chairs.
Now, when
It's
I
really-
say who put the chairs in the room, Lily, I mean against the doors. All right.
Oh. Mm.
The vessel thing that you were talking about earlier that was really ominous and mentioned, and then I realized that I promptly forgot as we talked about other things. That's in this room, correct?
No, it is gone.
Oh. Is it supposed to be in this room? Why was it being mentioned before?
There are diagrams of it all over the place.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
okay,
that's
okay.
right. Okay.
Is there like a space where it's supposed to be? Like
Yes,
like
that's
pedestal?
the
Okay.
that's the central sort of like you pop out a Lego thing.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
something definitely was built there and meant to be housed
Mm.
there, and now it's gone.
Now the
Gotcha.
two things have connected in my brain. Okay.
I'm gonna walk up
Um,
to where it's supposed to be and see if there's any sort of indication that it was like snapped off or taken or
While
opened,
she
dragged,
does
or
that,
broken.
I would like to approach the door with no window and put my ear up to it. See if I
Awesome.
can listen in.
there you said that there were bodies?
You cannot see
Or-
bodies.
Oh,
You can see
okay.
dried blood against the window
Oh.
of the door with the chair on it. Dr. Alden, is there a role that you think would be better than survey for this, or are we going with survey?
I mean, focus could kind of work because I'm trying to inspect and analyze the area rather
I
than
agree.
like look broadly for
Go
something.
right ahead. Yeah, this is more of a scientific approach.
That is a 6.
Awesome. Yeah, so this thing, you get the impression, like you haven't seen much like engineering in your line of
Mhm.
work, but you do have like a firm grasp of logic, right? So there seems to be nothing torn, nothing cut, nothing broken, nothing bent that you can tell. I mean, it's very complex, like way beyond any even normal engineer's pay grade. But for all intents and purposes, this seems to have been a smooth transition from being here to not being here.
Like it
And
wasn't
then
attached and it was probably like a vase was taken off the counter kind of energy.
yeah, I mean, like this thing was definitely hooked in. There's like a bunch of hoses and like little like locks and things like that, but they're all empty and they're none of them are broken.
Okay. Things
Um,
unplugged. Got it.
yeah, they came along and Bronx. You want to hit me with a survey for that listen?
I got a 6.
Fantastic. It's faint. Really, you're only hearing the bass through this thick door, right? But what you're hearing is, you think, some kind of chant being repeated over and over and over, rhythmically.
Does it sound like human voices?
I think it definitely has the sort of cadence of like a song almost. So you can presume that whatever it is has human-like vocal cords at the very least.
I don't like that is the way you've chosen to describe this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be so real. That concerns me.
I was thinking about having Lily even just like proclaim something about this feels cultish, and I regret.
I
Regret.
regret everything.
I
Regret.
will regret doing that, guys. I will regret it.
Hello, darling. The sugar cakes. Not saying something sooner because that would have been hilarious. Anyways, keep going.
Right. Someone or something's behind here. What do you want to do?
Can we open the door?
Well, the door's blocked.
No, the
Probably
door
for
Can
a
you break
reason.
down the
The
door?
door is unlocked, actually.
But it's blocked with the chair.
No, that's the other door. That's the one with the dried.
Oh,
blood
I
in
thought
the
you said
window.
both of them were, but
Mm-mm,
that one
just the
didn't
one.
have a window.
Just the one.
Lily
Oh,
wants to
okay.
go to that door with the dry blood.
No, with the chair and all. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
I'm gonna move the chairs.
Okay, you scooch a chair.
All right.
They were trying to get something out of there. Okay.
I know. Lily is curious though. Detrimental. Just continues moving chairs until the door itself is no longer obstructed.
It's just the one chair.
It's
isn't it?
it's.
Oh,
it's
I
one
thought
chair
there were
leaning
like
against the-
2 or 3. I'm my brain today.
No, we're
You're
good.
fine.
We're good. It's a lot. It's a lot of
make it feel
words.
better,
It's a lot of words have been thrown around. It's
Baxter
okay.
distracted me, and so I didn't hear, or I zoned out on the entire description of the room. So you're doing better than me.
It's okay. Something tells me either way around here, we're about to leave the room, so you'll get a new description soon.
Lily's going to very carefully open the door to just like take a little peek inside.
Okay. How far is your head going?
Not at all. Just
at
kind of
all.
like enough to open it for like her eye.
Okay, word. As you open the door, a limp arm sort of flops onto the floor.
Just the arm?
No, it's a whole body. And there
Ooh.
are more than one. This
Ooh.
room is there's like a little huddle by the door of things that were once alive and are now not, presumably people. And looking a little farther, like looking in the room, there are cages either side that you can sort of see and tell that are there. Other than that, this room is, and I mean this with great importance, dead fucking silent.
Ooh, how exciting. The bodies that have hit the flow, I'd like to pickpocket them.
Okay.
You didn't
How-
react to the limp body falling out.
Not really, no. She's just kind of like, oh, okay, interesting, and starts looting.
Give me some logistics. How exactly are you doing this? Because they are like 2 or 3 piled on top of each other.
So it'll start with the body that's on the top. She'll kind of pull it and move him to the side, without really telling anybody. So it'll be kind of jarring to look over to see Lily, organizing some bodies to loot.
Yeah, I'd like to know if she's being loud enough for me to hear that.
Ooh.
Well, there's definitely some shuffling.
That's
of
what
course.
I mean, like moving bodies.
I
No.
don't think she was trying to be quiet, just
Right.
not trying to be loud.
Got it.
I'm gonna be so real. Alden has looked over at you and has watched you react to these dead bodies, pickpocket these dead bodies, and to move them around, and is writing ferociously on a page in the book. Just that is for later to address. Oh my gosh! Actually,
I'm so excited.
Lily.
What?
Lily, what the
What?
fuck?
They fell out of the closet. They have no use for their stuff anymore.
Lily
That's
has
not-
a point.
That's not what I'm. Get out of there. and I'm gonna run up
You
to,
are
like,
not
shut
my
the
Uncle
door.
Les.
As you run up to shut the door, and you guys are talking back and forth, suddenly you're mouthing words, no sound is coming out.
Oh, that's cool.
Is this for all of us?
Just for the two by the door.
Okay.
And I'm
I
still
am
trying to
going-
shut the door and move her out of the way.
I'm
Okay.
watching them talk and then suddenly no more noise. Am going to say something under my breath to make sure that I still have audio, and then we'll open the door that Bronx was listening up against and is unlocked, to try to get out of this room.
Okay.
As fast as freaking possible.
Lily, are you resisting Bronx closing this door?
Yes.
Okay. So go
She's
ahead
brandishing her
and
dagger like, this just mine.
I mean, what do we do here, gang? You want to like make opposed fucking strikes? Like I don't.
Well, there's not much that they could do against Bronx, like size comparison to each other. So he can very easily just like pick her up and move her.
I'm imagining him like picking her up by the collar, and she's like,
Yes.
Okay.
like swinging at him, but his
Very good,
arms
very
too
good.
long, you know.
Awesome. Yeah. So you sort of like slam the door on this dead dude's arm.
Oh, I
And-
would try to kick the arm back.
Yeah,
in.
yeah. You slam it on the arm, and it's like, oh fuck, kick it, and then slam the door. And as you slam the door, you can't hear anything like around this at all. So none of this has been making any sound so far. But you definitely feel like as your hand is on the handle to slam the door, this impact strike the door. And you
Ooh.
don't see anything through the window, but you felt that.
Just fucking. Okay.
Okay, you can put me down now. Don't make me use my adult voice.
Can I hear her now?
You can hear now. Yeah, the door's closed.
Get away! Then I'm gonna prop the chair back up on the door. Something's in there.
Yeah, loot.
No. You forget what we do, kid. You forget what we're
I
here
don't
for.
even know what you guys do. I was just told to be here.
It's very odd that you don't know what we do. And
Well,
we're just
I
told
was
to be here.
curious, so that's why I'm here, and I had to go in Leslie's place. So,
Well,
I don't have time to give you a crash course.
I don't want to crash into anything.
Something wicked this way comes. That's all
That
you
sounds
need.
like a song.
And speaking of something wicked this way coming, Dr. Alden, you've opened the door.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Dr. Alden is coming. Relax. Dr. Alden, you open the door, and you walk in. You said you're getting out of this room. What you behold in front of you, you have worked with Candela for some time now. You know what a lighthouse looks like.
Yes.
This is basically a lighthouse in a nuclear silo. It seems like whatever this was before maybe got turned into a lighthouse, or a lighthouse was cannibalized and the technology was used in this building. What you see in front of you is a circular room, about 60 feet tall. There are stairs running up one side that lead to sort of a windowed and very fortified booth with what looks to be like an electronically activated door. There are scientists sort of tippy tapping away working in this booth. You can see sort of their silhouettes from down here. And in the center of this room is a large circle drawn with all sorts of archaic symbols and whatnot. And there is a man standing there, arms raised. His back is to you, chanting this rhythmic chant that is now much louder that you've opened the door. He's using his full voice to chant this chant. There are a couple of men with guns around the edges of the room, presumably supervising for security's sake. And above this circle and this man chanting is the largest thinning you have ever seen. This thinning is at least 5 feet wide
Ooh.
and is slowly beginning to open. And it looks basically like a tear in air itself.
I
Um,
don't like this.
Very astute observation, Doctor.
Is there anything okay. So here's where my brain is, because I want to do this at some point today. And I assume here is the place. I can make a connection with a nearby sentient phenomenon to ask him a question. Is there a nearby sentient phenomenon that I could potentially like yeet out?
Tell me how
I
this
feel like
connection
standing
works.
under a thinning would be the spot for it, you know.
Yeah, tell me how this connection works exactly. How do you in your mind think this manifests?
I think it's not really something that Alden can control as much as it is something that happens to her, and is why she went into the therapy shenanigans in the first place. Is because she probably figured, like, she hears the thoughts of she experiences thoughts that aren't hers, and wants to understand where they might be coming from, and then in getting into the therapy shenanigans figured out that it wasn't actually her brain, it was some other creature's thought process. And so if there is something sentient nearby, I'd like to think it's kind of like when your radio picks up a stray signal of like she catches onto it and is like, oh, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, yeah. So this time it's not quite like you're catching a stray signal. Um it's like someone has grabbed your antenna and bent it toward itself to speak.
Oh no.
You
I
hear reverberating through your mind loud enough that you go down on one knee.
Ooh.
Aid me. Open the tear. Free me upon this world, and all suffering shall end, child.
And then I can make a sense roll to ask it a question, which
Please
is
do.
gonna be, what are you?
What are you?
And I'm
I'm so sorry. That's a 6.
Is it just Dr. Alden who sees what's going on right now?
I think you guys might have a little bit of like a silhouette through a door, but nothing clear.
Yeah.
Unless you want to open
Visibly, Alden like takes a step back to catch themselves and then falls to the ground as the freaking screaming.
Yeah, so you ask this thing, "What are you?" And it responds in your mind just as loud as before, if not maybe even louder this time.
I am the Eternal One. I have always been and will be after. Serve me, child.
Boy, that's a bit dramatic. I mean, I don't hear it, but headcanon if Lemon Softly had.
the lemon Stoffelies in my mind goes, that's so dramatic. Like the tiny little paperclip guy, but like
Yes.
11
Yes.
in my head.
Would you like a suggested thing to say back?
Hi, I'm Lemon Stopheles. Would you like a clapback?
I think Alden's only response is to like groan scream in response to the noise getting louder, and also in an attempt to alert the rest of the peeps that are here with me of, hey, help.
What
What
is
the fuck is everyone opening the fucking doors?
what is going on in there?
And Bronx will take off running to aid Dr. Aiden.
What's happening?
I have
Is this what you
nothing I
guys
can to
do?
fight.
Whenever I run into the room, are you like you're clearly
I
connected to this thing?
I'm on my
Like,
hands and knees, like looking at the ground, like very clearly, like in distress.
what is it? What's it saying? What do you hear?
What is what saying?
Between like groaning and like the gritting of trying to like catch my breath, you hear Eternal One.
Oh
You
fuck
guys-
this! Is there anything
Experience
nearby
some
that I can
weird shit.
grab? Anything hefty that I can grab?
You got a lot of chairs, my guy.
I'm gonna grab a chair and I'm gonna chunk it at the guy chanting.
Oh fuck yeah! Holy shit! No one's thought of this one.
So,
Oh shit, there is someone chanting. I forgot.
does anyone want to explain to me what's happening? Because this is weird.
I told you, weird shit. Something wicked.
Ugh.
Now shut up. And when we make it out
it's-
of this alive, I'll tell you more.
And it's gonna be like with all my strength, so I'm gonna add a drive to that.
Do it, man. Hit me with that strike.
Okay.
Can I say I believe in you and send you?
That is a 6. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You hurl this chair. Okay.
It's like
This-
the fucking mummy, Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser.
Oh yeah. Poof. Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, one of the best.
Spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning. Um, you hurl this chair. The mummy, the Brendan Fraser, the whole bit. It's spring clung, my guy. And it hurtles through the air right on target. You know, in your bones, that's a square hit. This guy's going down. It hits slowly stopping. And then you can see just it's almost still moving forward, but it's like it's getting slower and slower and slower and slower and slower until it almost just fully stops in midair.
Can I walk up to it and shove it forward?
It's quite far in the room at this point. So if you
Okay.
do, the dudes with guns might have something to say about it.
Oh, there are dudes with guns?
In the interest of the dudes with guns, they do see the chair coming through, and so 2 of them are going to rush towards that open door that the chair just came out of, and
Normally-
they are going to attempt to push you guys back. So I think at this point I'm gonna have to start rolling, gang.
I'm still
This
on the
is-
floor.
The
My
moment
first time playing
the-
this game where I don't have a gun and have like
True.
things in control to shoot.
Yeah,
the moment one of them gets close enough to touch me, I'm clocking him. If he's trying to push me back.
Yeah, so you have the unique advantage of like being like kind of right inside this doorway almost.
Mhm.
So they would kind of have to either turn a corner or reposition to the middle of the room, which they don't want to interrupt the chanting of the circle or anything like that. So I'm gonna say you do get 1 shot on this guy before those guns come up.
Okay.
Don't miss your shot.
So hit me with this strike.
I rolled another fucking 6, dude. I swear to God. Like
Hell yeah, you did.
Well, those are distracted. I want to sneak past them.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so
first-
so tell me what it looks like. This guy's going down. I'm just telling you right now. This guy's going down. Tell me how you take down a guy that is turning a corner gun first.
this is all just instantaneous reaction for Bronx. So he sees the danger, he knows the danger is there, the adrenaline has it's hit. So the very moment that more bodies come into play, his body's reacting before he's even thinking. So this guy moves or turns the corner, and before that guy can even register Bronx being there, he's seeing Knuckles, and it's just like head bounced off the back of the wall.
Oh,
Kind of
God.
clogged.
Okay, sure, yeah, awesome, yeah. So you deliver this fucking haymaker right to the schnoz. This dude goes, hits the deck hard. The gun sort of clattering out of his hand.
If I can, I'd like to grab the gun and hand it to Lemon Stopheles.
Okay, yeah.
I've got nothing in control. I'm would
Oh,
be a
really?
terrible person to get. I was saying normally this is my first time playing in like the 7 games I've played where I don't have anything in control. Like I'm not good at shooting.
I'm not.
I have
good at
1 in
shooting either.
control.
That's
I've got
better
nothing
than
in
the-
control, so
Wow, the kid has the point in control. Wow.
I am a criminal. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Lemon Stopheles, you said you were going to sneak through.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that hide or sneak.
Okay.
There is a sneak one, isn't there? Or is
It's
that
part of
that's
hide.
the overarching? Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
it's part of hide.
That is a 6.
Fuck me running. You guys saved your good rolls for last.
That's a
Um,
new one.
Yeah, right.
We're doing
Fucking
our
swing
best.
with a chainsaw.
So this guy's sort of partner, I guess, turns the corner, sees him like his skull crack against the wall, says, "What the fuck?" Raises a gun to shoot at Bronx. In that confusion, in that melee, Lemon, you sort of just flip around the corner there, totally unbeknownst to that guy. Like you sort of, it's almost like as he pivots, you pivot. So as his sort of cone of vision turns, you're already kind of like backdoor away from him, and you are in the room, uncontested for the moment. I
Is
am going
there-
to go ahead and roll that strength, though. I'm so sorry, Bronx.
Oh yeah, no, I saw it coming. It's all
Do you
good.
hand
Um,
the gun over to Lily?
Yeah, sure. If you ask
Well-
for it.
Lily will probably be like, over here. Give it to me.
Bronx, my guy, you are going to take a hit. You're going to take 1 body harm as this guy wings you on the shoulder with a bullet.
Okay, how do I mark that? Okay, I see it. I see it. Okay, cool. All right. Bronx is kind of fucking. He winces, but the adrenaline's already there. So
Yeah. So now I think like there is a gun on the floor. I don't know if you had time to grab that before you got fucking wung by a bullet. But there is a gun on the floor, and Dr. Alden, you feel that sort of pressure in your mind lessening as whatever was like grabbing you is sort of turning its attention back to this ritual again.
Mhm.
Well, thanks for the raid, Heroes and Hooligans, by the way. Awesome stuff. And Lily, you are still in the previous room, just sort of watching this absolute kerfuffle of a doorway.
And there's a random gun that just flies through the air and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
there's
so-
now.
As Bronx like took the like the graze of the bullet on the shoulder, as he like turned back like with the kickback, his foot pushed the gun back and it rolled
Yeah.
perfectly right to your feet.
Yeah.
So
Oh, nice.
you said there's a gun still on the floor?
that's the gun that got knocked back to Lily.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I have a small hand weapon on me that I decided and forgot to say are brass knuckles that are
That
hiding
fits.
in my little sweater pocket. I think
I
it's
love
safe to say that
Love
the
it.
book has fallen out of my hands and is now on the floor. Just for sake of all of us knowing where it is. I, however, am very unconcerned with it, as I would like to sucker punch the nearest human person. And so I'm going to reach
Well, that's going to
into
be
my
Bronx.
pocket.
So go ahead. And
Oh,
That's
the
what I was about to say.
nearest not circle of sticks and
This
stones.
is so
human
funny.
Person. I'm gonna reach into my
What
sweater
the
pocket,
fuck?
grip the brass knuckles, and just go charging at whoever the person is that is in front of me, and just punch to the face.
I mean,
It's not
fucking
gonna go well because I have not in anything, but we can hope.
roll that strike.
my gosh.
Roll that bean footage.
All right.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I have 0, so I have to roll at a disadvantage, right? 5.
A disadvantaged 5?
A disadvantage 5.
How does disadvantage work in this?
Fuck me running.
You roll 2 and take the lowest.
Oh, okay, I see. All right.
Well, you know, with a
I rolled a
sucker
6 and a
punching
5.
5.
So, just
Bloody hell's bells, you guys really ate a golden horseshoe somewhere in this dungeon.
I guess.
So yeah, you get up off the floor, you reach in your bag there, you pull out the strap, you lay this buster down. You run up behind this dude and just clock him right in the back of the head. I think he sort of stumbles forward, very dazed. He's still holding his gun barely, and sort of turns backwards into the room, stumbling back a couple of steps. His foot crosses the threshold of the magical circle that this man is chanting in, and just instantly, his entire body is sucked inward and dismantled on an atomized level. In seconds, he's just gone.
Okay, that was really cool.
Wait, okay, how'd this happen?
His heel barely like went into the circle, the magic circle in the center of the room.
The
And then it got vaporized.
which guy?
Son of
The-
a fuck!
The
Oh,
guy
the
that
guy you just punched.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
dazed and started stumbling around and hit the circle and disappeared basically.
Can I?
Grab the notebook? Yes.
No, I kind of want to. What's
One
the
track mind.
circle made of?
It is painted on the ground. You don't know what with.
I would like to take my hidden weapon, a dagger, and see if I can scrape the circle to
Okay.
break it.
Okay, sure, yeah. Um, You're just flat out just gonna try and put the knife against the thing, and that's
Don't
it.
like that question.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know if if you want to use a skill to roll or.
Yeah, I don't like. Would this be a sleight of hand or?
Yeah, we can go with sleight of hand.
Or it'd be either that or like a finesse, a control. I'm not sure.
I think sleight of hand.
Okay. That's 2. I'm going to burn. Shit, I'm going to burn 2 drives on this. Because I want to make sure I don't fuck it up.
Very fair.
Remember the. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay. Shit. I fucked it up. Except I don't have any more drives. So I guess I'm going to.
I'd help, but I don't think Lily would know how to help.
Yeah. I'll go with my gilded dice, which is also the highest, which is a 3. So I get one of those drives back anyway.
Yeah.
I regret using my drives for stupid shit earlier.
It's a one-shot mindset.
Yeah. It went through my mind. I knew this
Totally
comment was
fine.
coming. I was like, well, we'll see.
It's fine. The worst
So-
we can do is die.
So
We're here.
looking at the circle,
Well, real quick, as Lemonstopheles goes to like
Oh,
scrape
sorry.
this out with the knife, that same sort of invisible force grabs the knife out of your hand, and you don't have time to react and like try and snag it back before it too disappears.
Awesome.
um,
I tried.
yeah, looking at the circle, Bronx is gonna start rolling up his sleeves, and as he rolls up his sleeve, you see his right arm is covered in this like burn, scrape, scratch scar, like just fucked up looking. As he pulls it back, he's like, "Not again." And he says, if you haven't noticed, I'm using one of his abilities. And he says, "Back in Liverpool, a few years back, ran into some bloke had a circle like this around him. You gotta punch him really fast, otherwise it gets you." And I'm gonna use that to automatically succeed my action of punching him through his circle.
Okay.
Like a bullet punch, like a bullet shrimp.
All right, big guy.
It was nice knowing you.
The chair is still hanging in the air. Maybe I didn't convey the size of this circle correctly, and that's my bad.
Oh, okay. Well,
It is in radius, not diameter, about 4 feet.
then, okay. Then instead, the action that I'm going to do is punching the chair to push it through to hit him.
Okay, sure. Yeah. You punch toward this chair. Go ahead and roll me that strike.
I don't have to.
Oh, it's just your move. Just happens.
It succeeds because of the ability.
Got it.
So
Awesome.
once per assignment ability.
Fantastic. I love it. So you punch towards this chair. And as you punch, time sort of slows around you a bit. The closer your fist gets, the slower things seem to go. And as you connect, you kind of blink, and then suddenly you're on your ass outside the circle. The chair is gone. The guy chanting did go down on one knee and sort of coughed, and then is like still like like chanting,
Oh.
like even with this like messed up voice. And what you guys saw outside of the circle is that Bronx punched as hard as he could into this chair. This chair got vaporized and then came back for a second and vaporized and came back for a second and vaporized and came back for a second and then hit the guy in the center of the circle and then disappeared again. The guy in the circle went down on one knee and Bronx was blasted backward on his ass. Bronx, go ahead and take another body for me.
So for that action, I believe I basically get a scar, and the scar is from the story that I told.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
Can Lily take this opportunity to attempt to shoot the man in the middle?
Yeah.
Chanting?
I'm shooting at the man in the middle.
Ah! Okay. I only have one die in control. 5.
A 5. Amazing.
I was fully expecting a 1.
Yeah, so you shoot at this guy. The bullet does do that like time stoppy thing again. It's like it's shot into pudding.
Okay.
And it's at this point that you guys notice, you know,
Hi.
Bronx, you look up, Lily, you look above the bullet. The doctor's already analyzing. Lemistopheles is already kind of like taking it all in. That thinning, that rip in the air, is getting larger and is starting to sort of open more and more incrementally.
And Lily has no idea what this is or what is happening. It's all so confusing.
Yeah, this shit's crazy, dog.
But just knows that they gotta take out that guy.
Are there any other guards or anything that we need to be aware of? Because I vaporized the one guy.
Yes. There were 2 guards in here with guns. Now the only other people that isn't the guy in the center of the circle are up in that sort of observation box that I talked about. And they are like, you can sort of see their silhouette just barely, but it looks like they're like furiously working up there, like something's going on. There's this sort of light coming out of there.
Is there a way to get up there from here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are stairs around the silo.
I'm a beeline for the stairs.
I'm
All right.
following.
All right. Fantastic.
I punched a guy into his
Pretty.
oblivion and then beelined for stairs. Let me
Okay,
go.
sick. Yeah, so I think this is kind of happening in concurrence with Bronx's stunt there and Lily's shot after. As you guys sort of rush up the stairs, it's probably like a good 15-foot climb, which is I think what are the standard flight of stairs? Probably about 2 of them. And you get to the door here. It is like an electronically operated door, so it's like a metal door with like a electronic lock. However, you guys both know that you do have pins now.
And
You scan your pin, and the door slides open, revealing what is usually in a lighthouse, which is this spinning astrolabe that generally sort of limits thinnings in an area and keeps things sort of where they're supposed to be. You notice, because both of you have worked with Candela before, that this is spinning the wrong way. They've gotten it spinning backwards somehow. And there are 3 scientists in here furiously working on like panels and data panels, and one of them is even like making etchings in stone tablets and like pushing them onto like clay and pulling them back and then changing it and pushing them in again. Like there's a lot of like interfacing going on in this room.
I would like to like basically like snap judgment, quickly evaluate. Are they trying to stop it or are they trying to keep going backwards?
Give me a read.
That is a 3.
On a 3, you think these guys are stressed about what they're doing? They think it's very important. You're not quite sure what it is they're doing.
I don't want to risk it, so I'm gonna walk up to one of them and punch him in the face.
All right, give me that strike.
That's a 4 with disadvantage.
Good
I
God.
swear to God.
The swashbuckling scientist.
Oh,
Um,
I've had it. Is what happened. Is I've hit my limit, and I went. You know what? No.
You've snapped completely. You're off your rocker. Yes, so you rear back, clock this fool, donkey punch this poor unfortunate scientist. They sort of their head smacks the panel and they slump down. They're very like they're nerds. You know, they're not taking a punch from a brass knuck to the back of the head, are they? And as that happens, the other two scientists go, what are you doing? Stop! And they keep like furiously like banging the dials. What are you doing that for? Stop!
Are you trying to fix that?
What are you talking about? Fix it!
Hey, Lemon, what are you up to as you follow me into this room?
Oh, what do I've been with Candela for like 30 years. What do I make of what's going on? Like, it seems like they're obviously not doing this correct. Like, it seems like they're doing it. They're not helping, or not helping us.
Doing it
anyway.
wrong on purpose,
Yeah,
at least.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really think I need to make you roll for this. I mean, you've been working for Candela for 30 years. You know what a lighthouse is supposed to look like, right? The astrolabe is backwards. You know that takes a lot of doing. It takes a lot of doing to set them up in the first place, let alone fuck with them. And you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that anybody who would have been working on stopping this thing
Mhm.
might have gotten it done by now.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. Let me convince you of something. If you don't stop fucking around, you're gonna find out. You saw what the doctor did to you, to your little pal over there.
Honestly, if they wait much longer, I might just clonk their heads together and then we're
One of
done.
Face it, you've lost.
the laboratory worker that has been like interfacing with the stone tablets and the runes and things, which you notice now are the same runes as are on the astrolabe, sort of says in a low voice, I can't stop. I have to serve the master. I have to serve the eternal one. Eternal punishment awaits if I stop. Eternal reward awaits if I help. I can't stop.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
I would like to punch them in the face to make them pass out so that they are freed from this eternal torment.
Sure, yeah.
Because I heard the guy in my head, so I assume that they're also dealing with similar shenanigans.
Yeah. So go ahead
My goal
and
is to basically make them both be unconscious.
Okay. roll me a strike on one of them.
In quick succession. That was a 1.
Okay.
It was coming.
Can
it
I
was
help
certainly
with
coming.
that somehow?
Can you?
Like, I want to try and distract the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the distract play. I think we might make that a sway.
Okay.
It's going to be a pretty high roll needed because they are like entranced.
Let's see. I'm gonna burn the drive. Oh my fucking. Well, I get that drive I spent back. It's a 2.
Okay. As you sway, what are you doing? How are you trying to distract them?
It's like, oh yeah, I told you, you're fucking around. I told you you'd find out. Over here. You don't need to serve anyone but me right now.
And as you're doing that, this poor lab worker just is stuck contemplating these runes, like it's almost like they're swimming in their eyes, like they can't even hear you. And Dr. Alden, you go to swing, and you just totally whiff it. I mean, you got knocked on your ass hard. You've been going hard since then. You're out of breath. You're not used to this kind of activity. It finally catches up to you. You lose the power in the punch. You kind of overextend. You lean forward a little too much. Your head clips the spinning astrolabe barely. And a jolt of something goes through you from crown to toe. And you fall backwards. And I'm going to need you to take a bleed mark.
I would like to use an ability where I gain extra information about the phenomenon that harmed me when I take a bleed mark.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Nice
what
one.
is my question?
Yeah, so there's a lot of energy going around right now. These astrolabes are usually massively efficient because they operate on such a wide area they need to be. Reversing its polarity like this has made it less efficient and more volatile. Um, and in doing so, there's this sort of cloud of energy sort of hanging around it, invisible to the naked eye. Um, Disrupting this energy may cause side effects. You're not sure what kind, but you do know that at the moment, this is in an incredibly fragile and volatile state that this thing is in.
Okay. Um. As I fall to the ground, I point at it and yell, in some sort of semblance of disheveledness, because I'm a mess at the moment. But you get what essentially amounts to "It's gonna blow." Vaguely trying to communicate to Lemon as I point at the astrolabe.
Oh boy, I'm not made for the fighting. Bronx, Bronx, I need you up here, lad.
I think you're muted, Chris.
You are in fact muted, Chris.
Anyways, yeah, right. And I'm shambling back up, trying to get up the stairs. And I will try to get up there very quickly with my move. So
Roll it.
yeah, 5.
Awesome. Yeah, you regain your senses and you're hopping up those stairs two at a time.
What? What is it?
Wait, knock him
Punch
out,
him
knock him out.
Well, that's what I do, isn't it? And,
Break a few necks if you have to.
yeah, I'll just try to fucking
Ideally not
waylay
that.
them.
Okay, yeah, roll a strike.
I'll go ahead and put some drive behind it,
Sick.
just in case. And
I have no
the first
drives in
one's a
anything
5.
nerve, so
Awesome.
it was very much just I'm just swinging to see if I hit, I guess.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
think we're just gonna run with that 5. These guys are not physically built at all. They don't have much resistance to like just a solid smack to the back of the head. These two crumple to the ground. After they crumple, that astrolabe begins sort of spinning faster and faster and is sort of falling out of its delicate balance that it had. It is still spinning the wrong way. And that energy that you sort of understood and felt, Dr. Alden, you can feel it sort of growing, and there's a low humming filling the air now.
Well,
It's gonna blow. I try to like crawl up from the ground to look at the panel they were working on and see if there's any sort of big red stop button.
Yeah. So you crawl up on the panel and through the window. Like if the camera was over your shoulder looking at this panel with you, we would pan up through the window and look at Lily, stood there in front of this thinning next to this chanting man in the circle that you just shot at unsuccessfully. Lily, as you're standing there, Bronx goes rushing off. You're sort of wondering what to do, I presume.
Yeah.
And that thinning, you hear, it's like a plane cabin depressurizing and the biggest zipper unzipping that you've ever heard at the same time. This sort of ozone rip comes through the air as this 8-foot wide now thinning sort of busts open about 4 feet tall, and this massive clawed hand grips one of the edges and starts to pull. And you see in front of you there's these small, like almost like elongated armadillos with long raptor claws on their feet, and the faces of like sort of the Chinese inspired lions, that sort of style of
She
maw,
says.
crawl out of this thinning and flop to the floor and turn and sort of growl and begin sort of slowly walking along the circle. And I think that this warrants a mind mark.
Yeah, because she doesn't. even know what a thinning is. It just to them looks like this portal opened and something just came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so utterly confusing. She's alone.
Mm-hmm.
My instinct is that basically for now she's just gonna kind of freeze and analyze to see if
Okay.
she can almost ration I used eyes a lot just now, but rationalize what this could be exactly because it's not normal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, try to wrap your head around it. You want to roll
Yeah.
analyze?
Yes, which is a focus, and I only have one die there, so. And you know what? I'm gonna personally roll it at disadvantage because it's so wild and
Fair.
obscure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a 1.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so
So that's me.
you try to conceptualize this. There are too many new concepts being thrown at you at once, right? You might have been able to understand a thinning. You might have been able to understand that big hand that came out. You might have been able to understand this energy you're feeling. You might have been able to understand these creatures crawling towards you, but not all at once, right? Um, and it sort of becomes a little too much. How do you think Lily would react to something like this happening?
Is there anywhere nearby that she could hide?
You could go in the other room, close the door.
Run up the stairs.
You could run up the stairs, try and get
That's
that room
true. Probably go up by everybody else.
too. Follow Bronx.
Not be alone, yeah. Follow Bronx.
Okay, yeah. So you break and take off. You're gone. You're up the stairs as well.
Cool. So she'll get up there, describe what she saw in like the worst detail possible. Look, I don't know what's happening, and I'm gonna panic.
I imagine that as she was running up the stairs, because we could see her down there, couldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well,
a-
I think this was kind of happening concurrently, so you were a touch busy at the time.
as she was running up the stairs, Bronx would meet her at the top and like make sure that she was behind him, and just survey what was going on down there. I'm surveying.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what I will surmise from that,
And
but
while you roll that survey really fast, I want to cut over back to Dr. Alden. You were looking for a big red button. I
Indeed.
think this is going to be a focus.
Okay. I'm good at this. Good at this.
The Fae wants us for my attention.
They were both cocked. That's a 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. So you look around. You don't see like a big red stop button or anything like that. But what you do see is a small monitor inlaid into one of the sort of operating tables here. Operating tables are for surgery. You know what I mean. And
Operations table.
the sort of waveform on this, you notice, has just been peaked for a minute. Like the whole screen is just like full on this waveform. You get the impression something is about to go fucking awfully wrong.
Oh no. Hey Lemon, how you doing?
I want to maybe try to attune channel reveal, so like kind of a sense roll to help. It's between sense or focus to kind of figure out what to do here, I guess.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Like,
Go
I
ahead
wonder
and roll
if,
me a sense.
okay, I'm gonna spend a drive for 3 dice. That's a 6.
Fantastic. You tap into the many energies going around this place right now, right? There's a whole lot of bleed happening. There's a whole lot of just wacky shit going on, but a lot of it is connected to attunement at this point. You feel this sort of cloud of energy around the astrolabe that I've described before. You feel it sort of destabilizing again and again and again. And you also can feel sort of a core of white hot energy, almost like the core of a planet, starting to build at the center of this astrolabe, slowly increasing. This shit's gonna blow, and it's gonna blow big.
But like, do I get a sense of like how to turn it off?
Um, at the moment, the energy is so chaotic and uncontrolled that it would take experts to reverse this process, and all three experts are unconscious.
But they were also possessed. So
Yeah, they were possessed, so I don't know. Like,
I'm not saying that was the wrong thing to do. I'm just saying that's where we're at.
Alden books it, I guess.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Like, is this a situation where we just don't have the ability to fix it and just have to leave?
I don't know.
Like, I
Come on, God, give us
just
an answer.
So I rolled the survey.
Yep, hit me with it.
Yep, I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And specifically,
Mm-hmm.
is the guy still chanting at this thing?
Yes.
And how are these creatures moving through the circle? Is it affecting their movement? And how small is the smallest one?
Okay. The creatures are stuck inside the circle.
Okay.
They cannot leave. He is still chanting. The creatures seem to be ignoring him, at least for the moment. The smallest one is about the size of a large dog.
Okay. None of these creatures have moved outside of the circle, though.
They are. It seems to frustrate them that they cannot, but they cannot.
Okay. Do I ascertain anything else?
The light in the room behind you is growing brighter, a little bit by little bit, and the thinning is getting wider, and that hand is still yanking.
I have an idea, and I would like to say it out loud in the hopes that someone else also thinks this idea might work. Remember the silence from earlier? What if we opened the doors leading to that and stopped him from chanting because the silence spread into the room?
Oh shit! Yeah, the silence.
They did block the door with the chair. You say that out loud? Does she say that out loud?
I say that out loud and start
Bronx
running.
takes off sprinting.
Oh shit. Awesome. Wow. Not where I expected this to go at all. This is great. Bronx, you run back in that room. And I mean, it's very easy to just take the chair off the door and open the door. I mean, you've done it before.
6 on that movement, by the way.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, I'm glad. You get their fucking lickety split.
Alden's also gonna shout something to the effect of "Make sure you get out of there after you open the door."
Well, yeah,
he remembers
that's
that you felt something.
Does the door open in or out? Does it open towards me or?
It opens towards you. Yeah, that's why the chair was needed.
Then I'm gonna open it and stay behind the door as I open it.
Oh.
Bronx is also kind of like Lily's like safe person right now, so they're gonna go with him, whether he realizes it or not.
Okay, you better say something.
I need you to roll a move. Lily.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. Where did my character... Oh, my character sheet's right in front of my face. Oh my gosh. I need a nap. Move. I have
Welcome
one.
to the club.
That's a 4.
Okay. You are right about a little over halfway through this room when Bronx opens that door. Because you were trailing that far behind.
As I open that door, do I see her?
Yeah, because you turn and the door, like you are behind the door, so you actually see her through the blood-stained window, sort of running towards you, almost sort of like wide-eyed, panicked.
Okay. I would like to roll my move again to run to grab her, regardless of
Okay.
the danger in my way.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck!
roll it.
Fuck! I rolled 3 6s, dude.
Oh,
I put drive
I
behind
think that's
that.
a crit.
Yeah.
Does
that's a crit, big guy.
I promise.
Yeah,
I'll screenshot if you want me to. I just
No, no, no,
rolled
no, no,
3
no, no,
6s.
no. I believe you wholeheartedly. You
The
okay.
dice want to tell a story, fam. This is just what's happening now.
Oh,
Here's what-
also move is my gilded dice. Also,
Perfect. So you get a drive back.
fuck yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen. You open this door. Whatever the silence was waiting by the door since you opened it. It leapt out. You see that the creature is actually a long, sinuous. It almost looks like an axolotl and a snake at the same time, and it's about 6 feet long.
I have an axolotl tattoo. Watch out.
I'm so sorry. I've made this too personal. Um, um, it sort of like snakes into the room. Obviously about to go for Lily. You, in your quick thinking and even quicker moving, throw this door back onto it, momentarily like sort of making it stumble. It wasn't really expecting this, and rush over. It is now Lily and you in the path of this thing. And because of the crit, I'm going to give you a second to act.
I'm literally like, as I get to Lily, I am picking her up. And
No, you put me down. Don't make me use my adult voice.
Without stopping, like I'm running to the next room and running for somewhere for cover.
Okay, yeah. So you're running back into the silo.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to the nearest area where I can get out of its path.
Right. Okay.
With Lily.
Gotcha.
Okay, fine. You're protecting me. I'll
So
allow it.
You
Insert disgruntled Lily noises.
Yeah.
you burst back into the silo. Are you going? Where are you heading in here?
Where do I see is the nearest cover?
There's
The
not a lot of
nearest place-
cover in here. You could
Okay.
get above it on the stairs, maybe.
And that's what I was thinking. Like without putting Lily down, I'm like running to the stairs where they're running up into the room.
Hoofing it. Okay, yeah. So this thing sort of snakes into the room. It's deceptively quick. You see that it has actually these little claws that are like digging little like gouges in the stone, even as it chases behind you. It sort of enters this room, looks around, and the loudest noise in here right now is still the chanting. And so it begins to slowly sort of
Arguably,
slink.
Lily is also the loudest noise.
Okay, it chases you instead. How about that?
I'm kidding.
At some point, while carrying you, just goes.
This big hand just collapses across the face. It sort of slinks slowly, stalking towards this chanting man, and when it gets close enough, the chanting stops. The thinning slowly, like I'm talking centimeter by centimeter, starts to get a little smaller. That hand sort of starts pulling in earnest, and this creature is getting closer and closer to the circle.
Which seems bad.
I mean, it's stopping the chanting, and we can't just lock it in this room by leaving and closing the other door because the other it was kept in the previous room by a chair, like.
No.
No. Is the astrolabe still freaking out?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think we need to run for our lives, actually.
I have an idea. Lily is gonna look over to Bronx. Look, I can't see past your really big shoulders. So can you tell me where is the chanting man? And is he really, really close to the circle?
Is the chanting man close to the circle?
He's in the center of it.
Oh, he's in the center of it. Oh. Never mind. I was hoping we could push him in.
how much do we know about the astrolabe? Like, can you physically stop it? Like, if I sacrificed myself?
I thought about that too.
Hey, there is always a chance. I'm not going to say no.
Is that in Lines of Veils by chance? Is anybody like not okay with
Self-sacrifice?
self-sacrifice?
I don't
fine
think we
with
had
that.
any of those
Okay, cool.
on
I just wanted
on
to double check.
recent memory.
Yeah, I didn't
Well, like, if
recall
you
anything.
do
It's always good
the
to check in.
Yes, thank you.
For anyone watching,
Yeah.
it's always good to check in with your party.
Um,
Make sure everyone's
well,
on the
so just
same
in case
page.
you don't want to admit it yourself, the chat and Video Ninja, I'm pretty sure is anonymous.
Oh yeah, it is.
So
It just says someone. So if you ever need to like
Yeah.
say, hey, go right ahead.
I'm gonna go type something just for funsies.
but like, would it work? That's the thing. Can I like roll a focus or something to try and remember this? Like, as I've been with Candela for 30 years, like if I can.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. You can give me that focus. And depending on the role, you'll remember something relevant or not about these astrolabes.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 drives. So that's 3 dice. Oh, motherfucker. So okay, here's the thing. So would you call this a high stakes roll?
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely.
So my 2 abilities. First is cool under pressure. On any high stakes roll, you may always spend cunning instead of the drive the action falls under. So I could spend cunning. But then flourish, you know how to cover your mistakes with flair. On a roll where you could spend cunning, I could spend cunning on this. If you fail or get a mixed success, got a 3, you may spend 2 cunning to push the result up 1 tier, from a miss to a mixed success or a mixed success to a full success. So if you'll allow that, I will spend my remaining 2 cunning drives to push that to the next level.
Oh, I'm allowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
love
you
that.
you remember this happened probably in your second year at Candela. You were green as the grass when this happened. It is a deep pull, but it affected you so much that you've never forgotten it. The first day you were shown a lighthouse, because not just anybody gets to go inside a lighthouse. The first day you were shown a lighthouse, something terrible happened. One of the creatures they were keeping in containment there for observation got out. It attacked the astrolabe, and for the briefest moment, as it gripped the astrolabe, it managed to halt its momentum. This led to a lot of other issues in small rifts opening in the area that had to be repaired. But in that brief moment, you did see an astrolabe get stopped.
All right, since I'm already there, Doc, I might be doing something stupid, so watch out. What? I can't think of what I was trying to say. Boy, if I don't make it, keep an eye on the others for me, will ya? And then I'm just gonna jump right in and stop it. Hold it.
Okay.
Question: is the notebook nearby?
It's downstairs.
It's downstairs.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Yeah.
I have to remember for myself, and if it didn't say it out loud now, I was gonna forget. Anyways, tell us the drama.
TTN bonus content idea. Alden's notebook released. All right.
Please open it before we end tonight, because I have.
That's what I'm trying so hard to do.
Okay. Give me a nerve roll.
Just nerve in general.
Just nerve.
Nerve. Okay, I'm gonna.
I've got nerves in general.
So would that just be 1 dice?
Yeah, it's however many drive you have max in that.
Oh, I've got 1 drive max, so okay.
If anyone wants to help,
That's a
now's the
6.
time.
Let me just.
I believe
that
you.
is.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I totally believe you.
Honestly,
Oh my gosh.
Feels,
Oh my
feels
gosh.
more thematically weighted that Lemon did that entirely by themselves.
Oh yeah.
Lemon,
Oh my gosh.
Lemonstopheles.
Oh
Pardon
my
me,
gosh.
the great Lemonstopheles the third.
Is now
Thank
about
you.
to be the 4th.
Thank you.
You leap onto this astrolabe. You grip one of the spinning metal discs and you begin to push. This burns in many ways. You are being irradiated in every molecule right now. You take 3 bleed marks. You push hard. As you begin to push, your muscles cry out in agony as the heat and energy from this thing begins to almost push back at you. You take 3 body marks. The pain at this point is enough to almost drive you insane. You take 3 mind marks. As you push and push and push, slowly, inch for inch, centimeter by centimeter, moving this astrolabe back the way it's supposed to properly go. Eventually, it hitches, catches, and begins to turn the appropriate way. In so doing, you have ruined yourself. You collapse onto the ground, unable to move your arms or your legs, barely breathing, and completely burned from head to toe.
So he's still pretty.
What a finale. There shall be no encore.
And I think
Is that it for Lemon?
that's Lemonstopheles' last performance.
Oh. With no more danger, Lily's gonna break free, run in, and grab the notebook. Turn to a page that talks about Lemon. They're gonna kneel down next to Lemon and read it off like a eulogy.
Oh no, you're downstairs. I'm upstairs.
I think we're in the other room.
No, you're upstairs.
Upstairs. Either way,
Upstairs?
I
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, yes. The notebook downstairs.
Yeah.
It might take time, but you're doing it
all-
anyway.
Yeah, I'm doing it anyway.
We're
It's just a
hand
couple
waving
more
it.
stairs.
Yeah. By the way, that thinning did snap closed. The fingers of that giant hand did fall to the floor, and those monsters
Yes, I
did
love it
get
when that
killed.
happens.
Did get killed by those falling fingers, and the man in the center of the circle fell over, stopped chanting, and was indeed Dr. Ezra.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, we should have probably checked
Dr. Ezra,
that.
I'm gonna be so
I
real.
did too. I totally forgot.
I thought he was dead. No.
We're really
That
good
little-
at this.
Narrative, and then was convinced of our own narrative. That's
Yeah.
Dr. Alden, what does this book say about Lemon?
This book it has a lot in it. There's a lot of names you don't recognize. There's it was like about halfway full before we had started together, and so it was like it's got lots of names and lots of notes about like behaviors and like, oh, this person like fidgets when they talk about their mother, or like, you know, like a bunch of observations of like actual patients, and then there's like some doodles. There's a page that has a bunch of stuff about Dr. Alden herself. She's made a lot of analyses of her own self.
Aw.
There's pages with like jots of thoughts that are very clearly like the radio psychic tune in. And you get to a page that's got like a little sketch of Dr. Lemonstopheles' top hat. And Dr. the great Lemonstopheles. I'm sorry, my brain is everywhere. The top hat, and it becomes and like it like his name is written out in like this nice fancy cursive, and the bullet points underneath say something to the effect of like, full of wonder and whimsy, could be a good influence for Lily. Seems to be. Oh. Hold on, I had the thought. It was there. Seems to be searching for a use in like seems to be trying to be useful in relationships need to follow up. And that's kind of it. And then you turn the page and it goes, according to all known laws of aviation.
Okay. All right. Good night, folks. With the noble sacrifice of the great Lemonstopheles III, you all manage to, battered and bruised, make your way out of this mine. There's the sneeze. What do you all do when you get to the surface?
I snatch my book back.
Did we break? Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Bronx would have carried lemon.
That was my next question.
Absolutely would have.
Careful, he's a hero.
So I assume we should take him back to the. Okay, first of all, real quick, I have a question. What the fuck was that?
With Lemonstopheles over my shoulder, I'm gonna fucking light up a stogie in the other hand, like, you got a lot to learn, kid. Oh, that's the wrong accent. Hold on.
It worked.
That's Gator.
That was Gator.
That's true, it was.
You got a lot to learn. That's better. That's the other accent.
That doesn't answer any of my questions.
Yep.
Don't make me use my adult voice.
I give Lily a like pat on the back, like a welcome to the fam kind of pat, and I think first order of agenda is to wrap up and respectfully send off the Great Lemonstopheles III.
Probably
and then
take him to
deal with whatever the frick was
Leslie's
happening
house.
with Ezra.
In my mind, we've already started walking off with him over my shoulder, and it's just panning from the back. The sun's coming up.
We just click a detonator, and the mine caves in.
No hero starts playing in the background.
Yes. Precisely what happens.
Oh, no heroes.
Yes, indeed. So, the dawn breaks on what could have been the worst night of the world so far. But due to the antics and ultimate sacrifice of Candela Obscura, once again, life on Earth has been preserved. Or should I say life in New Fair? Our 3 surviving members of Candela get home, are debriefed, and set out again.
I would like to note that I lecture whoever in Candela tries to debrief us. Just give them a full, like, I can't believe that you were so unhelpful in this. You know, some people do need to have ambitions, like the whole spiel of like I am disappointed.
Oh.
And at the end
camera
of all of that,
zooms in.
at the end of all that, where are y'all ending up? Just out of curiosity.
I think that Dr. Alden Hugo has acquired a taste for the excitement of punching people out with the brass knuckles, and also feels a lot of attachment to Lily specifically. After like spending this whole adventure going, you know what? I think Lily would benefit from the whimsy of Lemon, and then having that fall through, and it's like, all right, guess I get to, someone's got to do it, and now that's where I'm at. So I'm just kind of trying to be. I'm trying to help Bronx with the influencing Lily into
with the parenting.
Shenanigans.
I Bronx you first because I have a fade out for Lily.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just picture Bronx like rolling out, fucking coat over his shoulder, still smoking a stogie, that fucking newsboy hat on,
Peaky
walking
Blinders
down the
theme
alley.
playing.
Do what?
Peaky Blinders theme playing.
No, still no heroes. Is walking into a underground bare knuckle boxing ring.
Discombobulate.
Because, yeah.
What is that device called?
Astrolabe.
Is that what it was? So like they kind of form their, group. We kind of have like a montage of like little adventures and whimsy and like fun that they have together, some danger, emotions. But there's a brief glimpse of maybe around 2 a.m. where Lily is sitting in her like little room that they're assigned, by like this candlelight with these little tinkerer's toys, and they're trying to build a mini version.
Oh.
And it fades out.
Yes, it does. And it fades back in as well on a morgue. Lemon body is on a slab in the morgue. The camera is focused on the body, and we hear a door open, close, and steps walk in. And we hear, "This will not happen again. Lemon was one of my friends from the old times. I am collecting my niece, and we will have
it's
revenge."
Leslie.
And
Oh,
you hear someone in the background say, "Yes, director." And
Oh,
that'll
no.
do it this evening
Oh
for our
no,
game of Candela Obscura.
Leslie, what are you doing?
Thank you for joining us for this awesome game of the Bleeding Edge, heavily abridged.
Look,
We got
when you
distracted maybe
it-
once or twice.
okay, but only like once at maximum.
There is so much more awesome content to be had in this module. Again, that is brought to us by Andy Margolski at Margot Mods Games and Talking XP at twitch.tv/Talking XP. Those folks did a phenomenal job. And we are so grateful to be able to play their module this evening. Also, of course, Candela provided by Darrington Press. They always do great work. We love them too. Now that those credits are out of the way, though, let's talk about our players here this evening. Let's start with Onduin, who played Lily.
Unmute myself. My name is On, also known as Onduin, and I was playing Lily, who is a chaos gremlin. And there are two things. One, no one ever asked to hear their adult voice, and I'm upset about it.
Oh, I was going to ask when we wrapped, actually.
Okay. I was gonna have like Lily change, like, so when Lily asked the doctor, like, am I who I say I am, kind of a thing, they would change personalities completely, like demeanor, accent, the way they would speak to be a completely different person. And then I was also trying to bait you guys into telling Lily what the thinning was, because I had a joke ready to go that if someone said it's called the thinning, they'd explain, like, what it is, and Lily would say that isn't like any workout regime I've ever seen.
Good Lord. I'm glad that we got the missed joke opportunities in here at the end. If anyone else
Yeah.
has any, just
Yeah,
make
please
sure
do. But yeah, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the only missed joke opportunity that I had was I had to decide between the B movie script and Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah.
I like your choice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was great.
Equally disappointing, both of them. I'm just kidding.
First of all, how dare you?
I'm just kidding. Kidding.
But yeah, I'm a director over at the Crit Award nominated Twitch channel Roll D5. That's ROLE D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs, because we like to showcase that there's more than 5e out there. So join us next week when we play D&D 5e. Which doesn't happen terribly often, but we're doing a charity for Dueling Minds, which is supporting people with autism, ADHD, ADHD, to get them support and other things that they need to be successful in life. So we've got part 2 coming up next week. We've already raised $150. We are almost at our halfway mark. But yeah, we've got some really good things coming up in November. So make sure to check us out.
Rock on. And Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I played Bronx Hardy, and you can find me doing a few things with TTN, doing a few things with Ain't Got Crit. Um, I'll be with y'all next week for Monsters of the Week. That'll be great.
Yes.
And also next weekend, I will be taking part in the Extra Life charity stream. It'll be a 24 or 48-hour stream. I can't remember specifically what it was, but it's going to be a live table. We're going to have a bunch of cameras set up. Do what?
No, sorry, I was thinking of, because I'm doing an Extra Life charity thing too.
Oh, I'm doing Extra Life with Playodic Games.
Okay, I'm doing it with Tales of Initiative.
Hell yeah! But we'll be doing that. Like I said, I think it's 24 or 48-hour live stream, live table. Everyone there. We're gonna be eating, not showering. We're going to be. It's gonna smell bad. We're gonna play a few different games. It's gonna be a good.
I'm gonna need you to send me your address so I can DoorDash you food.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
I mean, shit,
I need to make sure you eat.
I'm not gonna say no to that.
I won't say no to that. But it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited about it. I was actually in the Extra Life charity stream last year, and I got to play a character named Blitzkrieg Boss. That was probably to this day the coolest fucking character I ever made, and I've only got to play him for a one shot. And someone just mentioned earlier that we might play Lasers and Liches, which is a D&D 5e mutation. I can't remember the word right now.
Module.
Module. That's what I was looking for. Yeah,
That's
mutation.
even better. It's now a mutation.
And now that's in my head, and I'm like hoping and praying that we play Lasers and Liches so I can reprise my role as Blitzkrieg Boss. Anyways, that's what I'm up to. I am tend to my flames on everything, and I will popcorn this over to.
Whoa! We're going in reverse order from
All
the
right.
beginning.
My bad. You go ahead. You take care. Bye.
You can popcorn if you want to. I'm just messing around.
I don't want to do it anymore. So.
Well, fine. Mika, go.
Hey. Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I'm a director over at Roll D5. Where fun things happen.
It's true.
I will not be on the next stream there, but you can usually catch me there once, twice a month. You can also catch me weekly on Wanderer's Haven, doing for the Whore of the Dragon Queen. Ravenloft Misfits on fucking XP just ended. But if you need Mika right now, you can head over to Spotify. The Heart is a Dungeon. I'm on season 2 where I play La La Lemon, a Corvid Fae who smokes and is a little bit of a klepto. He just recently stole a whole ass cafe, just swallowed it whole.
I mean, I gotta see that.
He also accidentally did something very, very bad that had far-reaching consequences.
Who hasn't once in a while? And last but not least, Fish.
Hello, I am Fish. You can find me all over the interwebs as Fish Finley. I sing, I draw, I play games. It's a very fun time. Currently, my main thing is that I'm on the board for the Crit Awards. So all those mentions of the Crit Awards that you've heard of, the wonderful Crit nominated projects that all of these peeps are all part of, I'm running that. I'm running that with a bunch of awesome peeps. Our list of finalists and winners from this year is currently up on a read-only Google Doc. Highly recommend if you want to look through and find new like single page or single player TTRPGs or like just indie TTRPGs or anything. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff on there that's totally worth a check out. Other than that, I sell prints of my art because I do that and it's cool. Go check out my website to see all of the shenanigans.
It's good art. I've seen it.
I have thanks. I have very much enjoyed playing with these wonderful peeps. This is my first time showing up on TTN, and I hope it'll be the first of many because
Yes.
it was so fun. Yeah.
As the person in charge of the streams, it is the first of many. I can just say that. Speaking of myself, hi guys. I'm Haven. I am the live stream producer of TTN, which basically means, for the moment, since uh, we don't have a massive team like some other networks do, I am Twitch for TTN. I was running tech this stream, if you couldn't tell. So thank you so much for tuning in to this and for watching us here. TTN is so excited to be working with each and every one of you. You were all so great, and it was an absolute pleasure to run a game for you. And hopefully, I'll be able to do so again. I know I'll be able to do so again for my boy Chris here next week when we play Monster of the Week. That is the 30th of October. This is also just another installment in our Halloween-a-thon this year. You can check our socials. Just Google Tabletop Tailspinners, all one word. Our SEO is fantastic. You will find all of our socials and things there. And if you want to find me specifically, you can head to my link tree linked in chat right now. That's Haven Authentic. You can look me up on Threads as well at the same username. But that's all from us tonight, gang. Stay hydrated, drive safe. We love you, and we'll see you for the next one.